Welcome to LoganRobo's channel, broadcasting live on twitch.tv/LoganRobo and on youtube.com/LoganRobo. Tonight's game is Metaphor ReFantazio. We're hitting the road for Brylehaven. Yes, beautiful Brylehaven. Haven for Bryle. I don't know what Bryle is, but I'm going to be honest, it sounds gross. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo and youtube.com/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see, like, the instant that I click live, a message from Beowulf appeared. Beowulf saying, "Hello, lonely man." Beowulf, did that mean I got here, like, before you had time to say that I was late? Because I got here, like, right at the same time. How you doing, Beowulf? Oak says, "Longa." How you doing, Oak? Nora says, "Logo, bro." How you doing, Nora? Queen Katie says, "Howdy." How you doing, Queen Katie? I also see over on YouTube, Hidden Hand was here, like, way early, with a comment that says, "Live in 2 hours." So I assume that means Hidden Hand was there 2 hours ago, so hi, Hidden Hand. Oak says, "Lurk, I promised I wouldn't do Doga for an animation after the Sanji one, but I'm doing Doga for an animation of one of Nora's OCs." How did Nora convince you to do it? What did Nora offer you, bribery payment or just guilt tripping? But thank you for the lurk, Oak. I hope the Doga animation goes well. And I don't know, maybe we can distract you in the background if you want. Nora said, "Can't stay for long because I'm failing at drawing Nami." But anyways, I was just thinking, I still need to watch the live action One Piece. I think Oak was suggesting that I get more caught up in the anime before watching live action. But like, I saw some stuff today and I'm gonna be honest, like the girl playing Nami, I'm not big on Nami in the anime, but the girl playing her in live action, she dang cute. I'm just saying. Tiff saying, "Woohoo, time for Metaphor." Even more than that, Tiff, it's time for Tiff to be in the chat. How you doing, Tiff? So good to see you here. So by the way, since we got a bunch of people here, wait, hang on. Quick Kitty says it's gonna be semi-lurking. I'm messing around with a new program that's gonna help me keep track of my OCs for my video game projects. And then, Quick Kitty says Obsidian for those curious. Wait, as in Tiff Obsidian? Okay, so it sounds like we got a lot of people lurking. But while we have everyone here, before you're like all gone, I've been trying to like come up with theories for what's gonna happen. I want to take some big swings for this, and I think I have an idea, and I especially want to make sure Beowulf is here, because Beowulf is like super into this game and is always right about everything. So I'm trying to think like what the big concept of this game could be. I've talked before about how maybe the humans in it are isekai'd out of the real world. What if the game title, Metaphor ReFantazio, is like a bit more literal than I may have previously thought? What if this whole game really is just a metaphor? You know, what if like all the characters that are in this game are just represent characters and situations going on in the real world, you know?
Nora didn't actually bribe me, I just wanted to animate someone with long hair waving around with elf ears, and Norazak was the first character I thought of. Boo.
Ah! I was waiting for that, boo. Thank you very much for the 10 bits, Oak. I mean, you could always just get someone long hair, just go like this, and that's elf ears, and then just kind of move around. But I like how TTS Girl says Ock. instead of OC. But think of it, the 10 bits. But yeah, so like I was saying, maybe we are, like, maybe there's some story that's going on in the real world and all of this is just a metaphor for it. And then like later on, we'll go to like the modern day real world and see who all these characters are. And Heisme will just be like a little dude who may or may not be fuzzy.
She's talking about a lore tracking app called Obsidian. Don't
Oh!
worry, Logan. I thought she was talking about me too.
Okay, that makes so much more sense because I was gonna guess you, and if not you, then my second guess would be, isn't Obsidian the name of the studio that did Fallout New Vegas? I think, I didn't know. Okay, so that's the name of the lore tracking app that Queen Katie is messing around with. That's the program. Okay, that's why Obsidian, for those curious. That makes so much more sense. So thank you very much for the 10 bits and for the clarification. So last time we realized we gotta hang out with either Nuras or Heisme, because we got like 2 days left until we're finally heading to Brylehaven and hopefully have like long cutscenes that'll probably take up the rest of the stream from that point on. So I think the poll had Heisme, which I was thinking about. We probably ought to prioritize party members, because I think when we got to level 6 for Hulkenberg, I think it was 6, she unlocked a thing so that if she's in reserve, she still receives like the same EXP amount. I think we're like level 5 with Stroll, so we probably had to try and get him to 6. So I think our priority is to get all party members to that level, and then we can go for other people, like Norris. So yeah, I guess we're gonna be hanging out with Heisme. Queen Katie, even if you're lurking, we're seeing your little bat friend. Norris says, LoganRobo should see my Igus drawing. It's the best drawing I've ever done. It's the best drawing. I think I saw like you did a post of it in progress where it looked like you got the outline and no face and everything. Have you done an update since then, Nora? Tiff says, Queen Katie, oh. Oak says, Logan should look at the artwork channel in general. I popped over there briefly because I knew that Crystal had posted a chocolate milk emote, and I scrolled up, found it, quickly responded to that, and was like, do you want me to add this to the emote contest? Which, by the way, so far only Crystal and Oak have entered the emote contest that I mentioned in yesterday's Discord announcement. So try and get those entries in. You have until next Wednesday. That's over a week to create emotes. But let's hang out with Heisme. At you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I've been thinking I ought to resume the training drills from my Shadow Guard days. The battles ahead will demand no less of me. My apologies, but if you've business with me, might we discuss it another time? I like to watch, bro. I like to watch. Well, I am afraid this training is tailored to a UG stature. It's not a thing for you to learn. I still like to watch. Oh, hey! Bamanon just gifted a sub to Eggland! Is Eggland in the chat? Bamanon, thank you so much! Is this because we're talking a little bat friend here? Thank you, and unless that's Oak impersonating Batmanon again. Oak has been known to do that on occasion. But thank you so much, Batmanon, for gifting the sub to Eggland. Thank you, Eggland! You're back in the Hey channel, and you're back with the emotes and everything. Okay, I still like to see it. I have time. It'll help me understand you. Okay, so I'm guessing I'd still like to see it, just it doesn't do it. So we gotta do this. But we got our, what was that? Oh, it's eloquence. That's what we need to do to hang out with him, right? Eloquence. With my overflowing eloquence, level 2 is overflowing. I was able to convince Heisme of the significance of observing his training. Yeah!
I see.
I see. I suppose knowing the fighting style of your allies would help broaden your possible strategies. Yeah, look at my roguish smile. My fighting style is stealing crap and shooting people. At least that's all Logan's had me do so far. Yes, that sounds reasonable. Mark my technique closely then, and you'll learn the ways of the Shadow Guard. If this was an official Capcom translation, I would have said Teddy my technique closely, because not as good a name as Mark. But proper training does take time, a significant amount of it. If you mean to tag along, I hope you're ready to be here for a while. Yep, I'm all set. Why do we have that check bond with thing? Because it seems like every time we hang out, we level up, right? Isn't that a difference between this and Persona? Well said. A bit cramped. Well, maybe so you can see what level you're on. A bit cramped right here, though, isn't it? Let's go to the woods nearby instead. Come on, yeah, all right, kid. Young 18-year-old boy. Come along with this middle-aged man who lost his child to a second location out in the woods, away from prying eyes. Yay, nothing bad's gonna happen here. Let me read some more in the chat. Quick Kitty said, yes, there is a program with your name on it, Sid. Nora says, oh, yes. Tiff says, oh, keyboard slam. Oh, I forgot about the app. Quick Kitty said, it's okay, lol. Is doing good anyway still. Nora said, no, she did the doga on her own. Oak said, I'm going to cry or die tomorrow's episode of One Piece. I think episode 26. I don't remember what episode that is. I'm past it. I know that, but there's probably a lot of sad stuff. Weedle says, "Hoi, welcome, Weedle. How you doing?" Weedle, I saw right when I was going to go live. I saw that Nora had posted a thing that you had accepted, like her friend request on Duolingo, or added her back or whatever. Is that picture? Is your icon, is that an accurate depiction of what you look like, bro? Oak said, also, the One Piece live action technically spoils reveal from around 300. Oh, that's why you said I should watch the anime first. Although you still get the reveal in the live action, just a bit more underwhelming compared to the original. I think if you want to watch the live action, that reveal shouldn't hold you back. Well, no, I'm torn. And Weedle says, hello, puppy kick. Or, I don't know who Weedle is talking about here. Let's start with a little test. See if you can keep up with my movement. With the pa-pa-pa-pa.
Hey, don't you dare even insinuate that Heisme would do anything bad. He would never.
I believe my words were something akin to, surely nothing bad will happen. I mean, if you took that as sarcasm, well, then that seems like a you problem, not a me problem. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I know Heisme is a respectable little fuzzy dude with giant ears. And I just love any and all people, creatures, things with large ears. So no, Heisme is good. Nothing bad is gonna happen, Tim. I'm sorry if I got you worried. All right, let's see if you can keep up with my movements. If your reactions are fast enough to match me, you win. Now let's begin. Ready. I hope he has like a... What, huh? You're wide open! I'm gonna kick you in the crotch. Hey, nothing personal, kid. From here, it'd be a simple thing to slit your throat. You were careless. I couldn't keep up. One more time. You're so cool! I want to say you're so cool. Because obviously he couldn't keep up, and obviously we need to do it again. So you're so cool. You're just so cool, Heisme.
What?
Hey, enough of that now. I don't mind a compliment, but you're laying it on a bit thick.
All right.
Oh, I only got a little bit, darn. I probably should have taken it more seriously. I'll do it as many times as you'd like. Huh? Don't rely on sight. You must sense through your very skin.
May I speak?
Your enemies aren't gonna wait for you. So, yeah, sense through your skin. So we gotta have all of our skin exposed to the air. So hang on, we're just gonna take off our clothes. Just two grown adults out in the woods, taking off our clothes, and we're gonna wrestle. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, Tiff. No insinuations. This is how you train. Your enemies aren't gonna wait for you. Your body must move on instinct to buy time for your mind. How can I do that? I'm not a master. I guess the question is better than complaining. How can I do that? But how can I do that?
Well...
How indeed, finding these answers is also part of the training. There's no clear answer, no correct way of improving, but at the very least, you can decide what you aspire to.
Then...
Want to keep going? Yes. All right, here we go. Teleport behind me again. If I know he's going to do that, I'll just like be punching behind me. I'm reading a couple more comments in the chat. Nora said, Logan, on Thursday I can stay for the whole stream because I have Friday off from school. All right, what's the occasion for Friday to be off? It's just like a random Friday. I mean, the following Friday is like Valentine's, but you don't ever get Valentine's off from school. You pass around chocolate to everybody in your classes. Queen Katie says, hi, Ismay, with a heart. Weedle says, to Nora, same. Tiff says, Batman, with a heart. Oak says, but I also think you should just watch One Piece in general to finish Skypiea, and then get to watch one of the greatest sagas ever. Which one did you say that was like? There was a number in it. It was either a 3 or a 7, like Water 3, Ocean 7, Ocean's 11, something like that. And there's Eglin, says, I enter too. Oh, the contest. Hang on. Let me take a look and see. I want to see what Eglin's entry is. Y'all aren't going to be able to see this, but I'm going to pull it up on my computer. I'm going to check. You must have done it since I checked earlier today. And, oh, we do have another entrance. Ooh, Eglin submitted 2 entries. So did Oak, actually. So I want to see. I'm going to get to use it. Oh, I love it. Okay. It's good. It's good. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. You guys are in for a real treat. I only checked one. I'm assuming the other is very similar. But okay, you guys gotta wait and see. So far, all the entries are very fun. Maybe I'll just add all of them as emotes. I've got like, I think 5 emote slots. I gotta check. Some of them, it might be less than that. It might be divided up on like follower, subscriber, animated. I'm not sure. That seems enough for one day. Shall we share a drink then? Let us retire to my castle. Tiff, he's making it hard for me not to insinuate things. Tiff, back on the runner. Also, like, protagonist, he's an adult, but he's only 18. He's too young to drink, Highs May. Better be a Sprite or a 7-Up or a Shirley Temple. Something like that. Yay.
Oh.
I found some fine spirits for myself, but even ambrosia would be tasteless when drunk alone. Would you like a cup of tea?
Okay, so he's acknowledging we can't get drunk. We're too young for drinking. I don't. Okay, have you guys noticed? I don't know if this is a thing in like ancient Japanese culture. Whenever they have the dish, that it's like you're not drinking out of a cup. You're drinking out of a shallow dish. There's something about it that just seems so classy. What did it taste like? Do you miss your hometown? No, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have a drink. Sit down, have a drink. All right, having a drink. Thank you very much for the drink. Do you miss your hometown?
What are you bringing that up for?
Do you miss your hometown?
Hold on.
Do you miss your hometown?
No.
Not particularly. Talking with you just reminded me of my son. He's dead, in case you forgot.
So he pitched his entire tent in the Gauntlet Runner. Have we not found this? Do I need to go wandering around? Where did he put his tent?
It's been a long time since I abandoned my home. My son died without ever seeing that village. He looked up to knights, you know. He had a stout heart in that little frame. Might have grown up to be a fine knight himself. You know, had he lived. I think that was implied, though. Yeah, another wish. Unfulfilled, I suppose. I'll never forget the day I cremated my son's body. I did it manually. I was on the run, and so I couldn't take it to a crematorium. Lot of campfires. Takes a very long time to cremate a body, turns out. And mourned his death.
Cremated? How did that equate to mourning? Yeah, cremated?
Huh?
What do you mean by cremated?
Do I have to spell it out for you? Right. Everyone else buries their bodies as they are without giving them to the flame.
Well, no, there's that one town that like launches them into the air or something like that. Let me read a couple more comments to chat before we delve too deep into how to properly dispose of bat children bodies. Eglin says, also, hi, I'm still writing fanfic, so I'm mostly lurking. Well, thank you for the lurk, Eglin. I hope the fanfic is going well. Oak says, I reposted some of the animations that I think Longa missed in the artwork. I will have to check those out. Thank you very much. Oak says, Batman! Nora says, well, if it was the one with very little on it, then it was a work in progress one. But if you saw the finished one, then you know the finished one. You should just look right now. Can someone tell Logan with this TTS system? Because I gotta go soon. Okay, I will check right now since you gotta leave. I think I saw the work in progress one. So I will check it. I'm assuming it's over in the artwork channel, right? I gotta pull it up on my phone because I don't have Discord open on my computer. So let's see, artwork. Oh, there it is. Oh, hey, that looks really good. Look, yeah, she has a face this time. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we can you guys see it? Can you see Igus there? That's turning out really well. Did you use like a reference picture from the game? Well done. I think out of all the pictures I've seen you post, I think that's the best one that I've seen you do, Nora. So well done. I hope you were here long enough to hear me say that and didn't like leave and I'm just, complimenting thin air. Tiff says, speaking of Batman, Nora says, Batman on. Eglin says, yippee. Thank you, Batman on. Quiggita said, I love you, Heismay. Moonlight says, hi, Logan. 10-minute mark. And I am already 10 more minutes behind. How you doing, Moonlight? You're here awfully early. Did you not have work today? Did you get off work early? I hope your day is going well. Oh, crap. I just realized I forgot to update the schedule command. When we post it later, I'll mention how that Sunday is off because of the Super Bowl. That's the only difference between like this week's schedule and last week's schedule. Crap. Well, we'll just ignore that. Nobody do the schedule command, okay?
All right, everyone else buries their bodies as they are without giving them to the flame.
The truth is,
It's the way of the Ujief, boy. We burn the bodies of the dead, leaving only bones. The soul is freed through fire. Once released from the body, they go to their place in the beyond.
oh,
Then those who remain must lay the bones to rest, somewhere suitable for the deceased. I chose this jar. It used to have cookies in it. Who am I kidding? It still has cookies in it. Reach and grab one. Make sure you don't get a bone. However, I've yet to find a place fit for my son to take his final rest. I can't imagine he'd be happy for his bones to be eternally moving and disturbed.
Oh, so he's still looking for like somewhere to sprinkle the ashes then, okay. Huh?
I apologize.
Apologies, I shouldn't be talking to you about this.
I'd like to help. Let's find his place. I mean, I feel like these are saying the same thing. But, I mean, I'd like to help sounds a bit more past. Like, I'd like to help, like, as opposed to let's find his place. Like, yeah, proactive, let's do this. Find his place. Then let's find his rightful place together.
No.
Yeah, we have an important mission to accomplish. No room for detours or any inconvenience, boy. I can't put that burden on you.
It's a favor for a friend. It's for your son's sake. No, hey, it's a favor for a friend. We're friends. We're friends.
Let's do it.
Still, we can do it. It isn't just a random detour. It's a favor for a dear friend. Ooh, a dear friend. I think he's a bat friend, but maybe he's a dear friend.
Hey.
Thank you.
Lots of mag. I thank you for your kindness, truly.
Nod my head.
Well, I'll do my best to return this favor through my efforts as your comrade. So if you ever, you know what? Here's the deal. Have a kid. Get that kid killed. We'll burn the kid. I'll help you find a good place for that kid's bones. Then we're even, Steven. Sound like a fun bonding exercise? All right, well, get started. Go make a baby. Thank you again. A toast, then, to cement our vow. You with a cup of delicious tea.
I don't know if it's delicious. He hasn't sipped it yet. Oh, there we go.
Cheers.
Yes, a toast, but not to mark my regrets. To commemorate our time together and to the beginning of morning.
And afternoon and evening. Come on, clank those things. I can sense Heismay's heartache for his departed son and his trust as a friend and ally. Level up, rank 2.
My boy.
Thief Enlightenment reduces the mag cost setting for thief lineage and displays the location of strong enemies on dungeon map. Okay, I guess that's good. So strong enemies. So I take that probably be humans, right? Because we don't have the thing like in Persona games where they're like in red flames and stuff. Or maybe it's just like ones that are really leveled higher than me or something. Preternatural hearing, it's
My
called.
thanks.
We can save this for any time when you're free, lad. I'm grateful that you'll help me, though. And I dare say, tonight, I'll rest well.
Nod my head. Good night. Omari says, well, hang on.
And the age
of a new king draws near. Omari says, what's up, Omari? How you doing? So good to see you. How's your day going? Quikita said, yee. I assume it's to see what level you're at in case you just ran up to them ASAP without thinking. And that's probably a good point. Oak says, episode 26 is the Sanji backstory. Oh. Nora says, okay. Quikita says, wow, this lore app is very dope. I'm already going nuts putting names in this alone. So it's just allowing you to say, like, this person is related to this person this way and knows this, and the backstory is in this location and stuff like that. Just a nice tangled web of lore. Weedle said, no, not in the slightest. Crap, I can't remember what I asked you, Weedle. Nora said, bro, I just want to get back to Nami. I miss her. Omari said, if you had a magic igniter from this game, would a gun be better for fighting? I'm gonna be honest. Even in like a magic world, gun is a pretty good weapon. I mean, they always have to nerf them in games where it's like, you know, in like Persona 5, well, these guns, you shoot people and they're like, I'm fine. I took a few hit points damage, but like a real gun? Yeah, that would be, yes. I think that would be excellent for fighting. Weedle says, I tried to make the funny guy, and we got that. Quikita said, Heismay is king, parentheses, who would give up his crown to Mantis, sadly, but he's of honor. Oak says, you're likely 6 episodes away to Nora. Nora said, do we binge it tomorrow before stream? Oak says, if you want. Tiff says, hey, don't use tone against me. I'm autistic. I'm sorry, Tiff. I'll try to mention it. And Tiff, you were right. I was being You're probably right about me being sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. Anyway, back to the game. That road that was blocked by the landslide should be cleared by tomorrow, apparently. We set off for Briarhaven as soon as it reopens.
True.
We have acquired the head, we saw it. But if we're to truly get in Louise's good graces, we should endeavor to stand out further from the other candidates. Well, I mean, I think we already stand up pretty well, considering we, like, crashed our gauntlet runner into the party last time. Yep, even after all this, we're still just a bunch of nobodies. Never say that about yourself, Calico. You're amazing. I love you. Maybe we could improve our reputation by helping some of the people around town.
True.
A wise suggestion. Some upright behavior and altruistic deeds are just what we need to gain more recognition.
At least we're not talking about how I hadn't done bounties and more people are dying because I suck. Quick says, same. Oak said that would take like 2 hours, though. We depart tomorrow. Okay, so we just got one last day of like social links and whatnot. So save. What we probably ought to do is, Stroll had said we got to go to Grand Trad and find a, I think he said a fishmonger. For those who don't know, that's someone who mongs fish.
Guns are only dangerous in cutscenes. I would give an example from P5, but spoilers, so I'll just say, the scene in Cheeto's Palace. Guns
Yes.
one shot, redacted, then but not in the fight directly before.
Yes, I know exactly. There was the boo. Sorry, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, but like I'm sorry. That's why I was specifying like real life guns and things like that. But I know what you're talking about there, Oak. Thank you for the 10 bits. In fact, I just recently had posted some stuff about that on YouTube. In fact, I think somebody had commented. Was that you who had commented that in the comments? Is this?
All right.
Okay, hang on. Let's see if any of our followers, by the way, are ready to level up right now. I doubt any of them are. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go to Grand Trad. We're gonna see if we can find the fishmongerer. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then we also have something where we got to go into the catacombs for some reason. I can probably wait. So let's find the fishmonger. I don't remember being anywhere where we were like by the water. So maybe it's in the marketplace in the back. We'll look along the street and see if we can find anybody who looks like they're monging fish. Run.
What is it?
Okay, so. Wait, what was that? There's like on my. Oh, that's Stroll. Maybe he'll tell me where the guy is.
Regarding the inheritance, if you're willing, can you look into who my father knew? I have an investigation of my own to attend to, so it's best we divide and conquer. I hope you don't mind. I need to find someone in Grand Trad who knew Stroll's father.
Yes, okay, so that didn't help Stroll. So I'm gonna guess he's over in the market. Let's see. Quiggity says, you are so cool. Mantis moments before dying. I'm gonna be honest, like so much of the time when I'm watching anime where two people are fighting, I feel like, man, if I was in that situation, I'd totally die. And so if I'm gonna die anyway, like, I would tell the person, it's like, oh my gosh, that was an awesome move that you just did. If nothing else, maybe we could bond. The person would be like, oh yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of neat, isn't it? Stab! And then, like, your final moments can be nice instead of being terrifying, you know? Okay, this isn't a fishmonger. This person is a masked shopkeeper. I remember talking to him. This is like a water salesman right over here. What does this person say? Capital merchant.
What do you want?
And what do you want? You're not one of my clients, and I only do business via referral. He doesn't strike me as a fishmonger. Stroll probably is looking for somebody else. Thank you for staying on task, Gallica. Fishmonger! Do you mong fishes? You're a burly butcher. You butch burlies. All my burlies are already butch. Troubled soldier. The army elites are all stuck on their tournament ballyhoo and bogged right off to Briarhaven. Soldiers who've left behind, like me, are all that's left to clean up the Grand Cathedral. What are we even supposed to do from here? Also, there were those two soldiers who were across the street from each other a while ago. They were fun. I remember talking to this guy. He gave me a treat before. Oh, he doesn't have a thing over his head. Who here's monging fish? Herb seller? No. There's got to be somebody here, right? Maybe I'm in the wrong area. We just got to look for people with little bubbles above their heads. It's easy to get lost here. Let's try not to wander off. Sorry that I'm actually like doing stuff before hitting the road to Briarhaven. Oh, there's somebody to talk to. What do you? Oh, fishmonger! Fresh fish, get your fresh fish. I've got bargains. Yeah, that's someone who mongs fish. That reminds me, I had business with the fishmonger. I should talk to him. Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome, one and all. If it swam in the rivers of the seas, I've got it here. It's all fresh as the ocean breeze. Apparently, Stroll's father frequented the fish market. I know he was a doting parent, but would a count really do his own shopping? Blah, 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 blah. Count of Halia? Just how do you know such a great man? Blah, 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 blah. You're acquainted with his son, really now. I hate to break it to you, lad, but you're an elder, and I'm racist, sorry. And Clamar nobles aren't really known for befriending your kind. I'm looking for his inheritance. Do you have something of his? What are you playing at? If this is some manner of con, I'll make it known far and wide, especially if it concerns the Count of Halia. He saved my skin once, and some pain-in-the-butt noble started making accusations about my produce. Oh, Wensum, yeah. He happened to be there and stood up for me. From what I gather, he was the only one in the market to find a souvenir for... Oh, he was only in the market to find a souvenir for his son. Fancy that, a noble buying things himself. Like father, like son. Did his son really like fish? What? Oh, blimey. You really do know him, don't you? I mean, surely you could never guess that someone likes fish. Well, then I know another merchant you should speak to. He did a fair amount of business with the Count. That day, he said he had an appointment to meet this merchant in front of Regolith Grand Cathedral. Odd that he bought the fish first, huh? Eh? Wait, so do we buy fish from and take it to that merchant or something? So there's a merchant in front of the... Oh, is it this guy again? He's got a speech bubble up. Is a capital merchant? You want to talk again?
And what
do you want? You're not one of my clients, and I only do business via referral. Stroll's father went to meet a merchant in front of Regolith Grand Cathedral. Could this be him? Blah, 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 blah. Indeed, I was acquainted with the late Count of Halia. Oh, is that so? You say you know his son, do you? The Count was a truly honorable, upstanding man. I doubt any son of his would associate with a riffraff like you. The merchant is still suspicious of me. What should I say next? Oh crap, I need that. What is that, imagination? Did his fish stink? I can't think of ways to use that information to sway the situation in my favor. If my imagination was visionary, I could steer the conversation in a way that would earn the merchant's trust.
And what
do you want? Seeing you fidget like that. Huh?
Bot in chat.
Oh crap, I see the bot in chat. Thank you very much for letting me know about the bot in chat. How did it get past our things? It says viewers. Oh, it's using like a special character for the R. Okay, hang on. So I think I typed ban and then that person and then ka-chow. There we go. The bot hath been banned. Thank you very much for the heads up on that. Also, I should read some chat. So I was getting caught up in the drama of asking people if their fish doth stinketh. And thank you for the 10 bits and Oak. Thank you for not being scary about it. Let's see. Nora says to Oak, since I can stream until whenever, that would work. Oak says, finding the episode, I guess, the answer. Nora said, Thursday and Friday, we have conferences. Oak says, the Water 7 Saga. That's what it was. The Water 7 Saga is so peak. Water 7, Logan. Queen Katie said, part of me kind of wants to try entering. I only have one idea, but it's so dumb. Enter, Queen Katie! Enter! Do it. Everyone peer pressure Queen Katie in entering the contest. Do it, Queen Katie. Do it. Weedle says, nerd. That's fair. Nora said, I'm going to do an entry at some point. You got a little over a week. So hopefully that sometime is within the next week. Eglin said, I have this Thursday and Friday off, just a mini winter break. I'm planning on doing some baking with friends. Oh, that actually is a nice, wholesome, fun sounding activity. Oak says, I feel like there's so many options for longa emotes. I know, I still have ideas. The problem is, like, I keep having to commission them, and that costs money. And I don't have a lot of money right now. If I could get a few more of these acting jobs I'm auditioning for, maybe I'd have money. But oh my gosh, I'm so glad I got an acting job coming up soon because I need it. Let's see, Eglin said, one of my emote entries is black lines and the other is colored lines. They're the same emote, just with some different visibility options. Ooh, okay, because I only looked at one. I can't remember which it was, so I'll compare the two of them later. Thank you. Huh?
I'll be scary for them.
Oh crap, there's gonna be a boo.
Steals all your Transformers.
No! That's scarier than Pooh! That's scarier! Tiff, thank you so much for the 10 bits. I actually, because I sort of jokingly but successfully guilt-tripped Vero into coming, even though Vero's stayed up watching Beast Wars with Prince Paul, to come inside. In addition to our little Grimlock thing there, I put another Grimlock action figure up on the couch back there, so that if Vero gets here, I Like, don't say anything, but I want to see how long it takes Vera to notice. Assuming a certain mod of ours doesn't oversleep again, which will be fine. Vera probably needs to sleep, but thank you very much for the 10 bits, Tiff. I appreciate that. Okay, so what are we reading? Seeing you fidget like that, I can't tell whether... I can tell you're just another swindler trying to find the angle that will lead you to the Count of Hallia's inheritance. I'm afraid I'm not so gullible, so you'll need to ply your despicable trade elsewhere. Now, away with you! Okay, so I need imagination. I think that book I was reading in the Gauntlet Runner was doing imagination, right? So let's go... Yeah, let's go to the Gauntlet Runner. Can I just teleport to the Gauntlet Runner? I can't remember. I think I have to run back. And then we'll read... And then do something in the evening, maybe go hang out with Norris, and then it'll be the day of heading to Brylehaven. So hope y'all are ready. Let's see, Oak says, like eyeball Logan, mantis, beef longa. Wait, like eyeball Logan, mantis, and beef longa. Okay, you're talking about emote ideas. Now I get it. I'm illegal lane changing in traffic. Gauntlet Runner. Tiff says, so you're admitting you're insinuating things. Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, so I gotta find, there was that book that was giving me like a lot of imagination, right? Where was that? Because I don't think I finished it. I bet there's gonna be like a big reward when I finally finish it. We're in town, so why not make the most of it? You can do this on the road anytime. Oh crap, I can't read. I can't read while I am in town. How do I get out of here? Disembark. Okay, so I gotta find something for imagination in town. I bet there's gonna be something over in Martira, because they had like a lot of stuff over there. So let's head back over to Martira. I'm sorry that this is taking so long. Yeah, so Martira, Old Castle Town. Let's see. Oh, this has like icons. Oh, that looks like imagination at the Thoroughfare Square. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go do some imagination. Imagination. So we won't get whatever boost the book would give me. But I guess we can do that when we're on the road to Brylehaven, assuming this doesn't level us up, which it probably won't.
You have my thanks.
You have my thanks. Oh, you're welcome.
Pardon?
Who is it that was saying, was it Oak who was complaining about the grunting noises if we stop and start running too much? Okay, where was the this is courage. I still want to do that at some point. There, that's imagination, right? I think. Nostalgic Elder. Ooh, say now, what am I? Now that I'm getting a look at you, you do happen to be an elder? My word, are you indeed? And did you come bearing bread? That is a racist stereotype, lady. And the most offensive thing you can say to an elder. It's like, ooh, those elders always bearing bread. Bread? What you talk about? Oh dear, you don't know the old tale, the one of the thief king and the elder's bread? It's a tale as warm as fresh baked bread, dearie. Would you like me to tell it to you? Ooh, a racist story. That sounds nice. Maybe it'll give us the warm fuzzies. The racist warm fuzzies. I'm sorry, racism is bad, chat. It's bad. I just find it funny that everyone in this game is racist. If I listen to her story, I think I'll hone my imagination.
What do you want to do?
Well, shall we listen to her story? Yes, let's listen to her story. Ooh, well, this makes me rather nostalgic. Ahem. Once upon a time. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Nora says, ah! And then thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Tiff said, I already read that. Eglin says, honestly, may do another emote or make another submission. I need to do more. I think you're allowed to enter as many times as you want. Oh, hang on. We have a clip in the chat already. I don't know what I've done that is clip worthy, even though we've been here, holy crap, almost 40 minutes. Let me load this up into the clip viewer so we can all watch together. This clip, it's timestamped 21 minutes ago, so I'm already very far behind. This clip from Queen Katie is titled, The Spit-Taking Bat. Do you miss your hometown? No, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have a drink. Sit down, have a drink. All right, having a drink. Thank you very much for the drink. Do you miss your hometown?
What are you bringing that up for?
It just seems so out of the blue.
Hold on.
It was so out of left field.
Do you miss your hometown?
No.
Not particularly. Talking with you just reminded me of my son. He's dead, in case you forgot.
I want to make sure you don't forget his son is very dead. Thank you very much for the clip, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. Okay, let's get back into the game here. A gift arrived in a faraway village. It was a box, and inside this box were 8 delicious-looking loaves of bread. 8 people gathered around it, and each belonging to a different tribe. Rosante, Rogue, Clamar, Eugeve, Mustari, Nydia, Paripus, and Ishkia.
After that,
A Eugeve lad jumped up and down in excitement and said, "We can share 'em. That way we all get to have one." But the Rosante man shook his head. "Why would a Eugeve like you need a whole loaf? I need a larger portion," he said. Then the old rogue woman spoke, saying, you must respect your elders." The Clamar scoffed at this. I hope this is like secretly the origin story for why they're all racist against each other, because of one bad incident involving baked goods. Quote, "This bread's clearly causing a quarrel, so I'll be in charge of it," said the Clamar woman. The other 7, of course, were none too happy about this plan. The Eugeve boy muttered quietly, "We really ought to share it between all of us," but nobody had a mind to listen. The Mustari man leaned in close to the boy and told him, "You're right, you know. Let's kill all the others. Here's a knife." And then they just started stabbing. And then they each got 4 loaves of bread. Moral of the story is, if you kill people, you get their bread. But the wise move here is just to give up. The Mustari man left along with the Eugeve boy, and then there remained 6 tribes for 8 loaves. "We clearly can't share it equally," the Clamar said. Then the Ishkia finally spoke. "Split the remaining 2 loaves into 3s, she offered. "I know math. That way it could be equally split among the 6 of us." The Nydia woman quickly agreed, for she understood math as well. Away she walked, saying she would grab a knife and return soon. But the knife had already been stolen by the Mustari for the stabbing. The Paripus man laughed and said, "Finally, I get to have bread." But the remaining 3 made sour faces indeed.
dear.
Oh, would you look at the time? We have to continue this another time. Crap, we're like halfway through a math story problem. I won't remember all the numbers next time. I promise I'll get to the end next time. I wonder what will happen with these 8 people, all the different tribes. I feel like my imagination has gone up a little.
All right.
Just 3, come on, level me up, bro. I still got a ways to go, crap.
Well then.
It's time I get back to the others. All right, Nora with a smile saying, "Yup." Quigeta said, "I guess I see, I guess." Smile. Nora said, "Yes, the best drawing I've ever done. It took 3 to 4 hours." And then I love I guess. Stamp from Queen Katie saying 20 minutes. So yeah, I'm only 12 minutes behind. Honestly, that's not too bad. I was worried thinking we were gonna have to initiate slow mode already. Okay, so we could probably go turn that relic into Norris, because it looks like Heismay is not available. I mean, it's got an exclamation point, but I don't think that means diddly squidoo. So let's first of all just walk outside, make sure there's nobody jumping at us. Then we'll go hang out with Norris, and that should be our final follower quest that we need to do before we hit the road for Brylehaven, right? Well, we're finally leaving this place tomorrow. See, it was worth it just to hear her say that. I'm assuming the reportable quest is the one for Norris. So let's go and just teleport to him. There we are.
How's that request of mine coming along,
Norris comes to mind. Maybe I should go talk with him. Yay. Let's see. Queen Katie does the schedule command. No, that's the opposite of what I said to do. Nora said to Queen Katie, "I had to say that in my head to figure it out." Queen Katie said, "Yee, it's a fun TTS joke from when we were playing the game." Eglin said, "For my fanfic writing, I genuinely pull up frantic fanfic." Are you saying just like you pull up frantic fanfic, or is that the name of like an app? Frantic fanfic, start up a solo game. It's a game, and have a 30 minutes to an hour long time limit to finish a full one-shot fanfic. What is frantic fanfic? I don't think I'm familiar with that. Oh, look at how our knobs are just bubbling there. Can I check the large ignite? I want to check the large igniter before I talk to him. A magic igniter, enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magma crystals as fuel. All right, Norris.
Hello.
Hello? Why, what's that look on your face? Boredom? Got nothing to do? Say, how's the research going? In regard to the lost relics, I mean.
Well, we found a strange piece of junk that gives me the feeling of a relic.
Oh, you intrigue me strangely, old girl.
Old? She's not old.
Let me take a look, would you?
Okay. I handed Norris the junk we picked up during our travels.
Well, would you look at that? This certainly doesn't appear to be a natural object. Oh, this one's a bit of a trick. You've got to follow the right steps to open it.
No way!
Wait, there's something inside? I don't even remember what we described it as looking at last time.
Just a little tug here, and there we are. Oh, yes, it's opened up.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Take a look, a lost relic. I can't believe it turned out to be a proper piece of treasure.
What?
You mean it's real? We just sort of stumbled across it. I mean, it was in a treasure chest that was giving off a weird aura.
Wonder if the mechanism's the same as the old codgers. Ah!
Eureka!
Eureka! My greatest invention yet! A work of genius made manifest! Thank you, Mantis!
Thank you.
Oh, that's it? We don't get like a fun cutscene? Quest clear. Relic search, inventor's bequest. One of Nuris's coveted relics was found. Nuris was most grateful, and upon laying eyes upon it, thanked me for inspiring with the idea for an invention. Do we get the invention?
Even so.
I've got to say, finding these one after another is something else. I'd half wondered if it was an elaborate prank, but the old geezer was really onto something.
Did you doubt him? Would he really mislead you?
What?
Would he really mislead you on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He was an awful person. He said it was the genuine article, but so is my gullibility.
Goodness.
I'll never forget the night of my birthday. He brought me a book, called it his gift, a downright horrifying tome titled Lamentation of the Underworld or some such. He'd taken the liberty of reading it aloud when suddenly the lights went out. Oh, in the dark, he threw on a monster costume and started chasing me around and then stabbing me and giving me little twisties on my nipples, which is odd because I'm a bird person. I shouldn't have them. I do not lactate. That darned old goat. It's his fault the bright-eyed young Norris grew up to be such a delicate and sensitive wallflower. I mean, just look at me.
I, don't see it.
Rather.
Anyhow, this is just one part of a greater whole. The more intricate bits here, I'll bet my feathers that's made to interlock with a partner piece.
So if we collect them all, it'll form something?
Likely so. That's what the codger said anyway, though I haven't an idea what it makes. And if he was right, it supported an ancient civilization. One piece. It's real. One piece of a superlative device that generates an immense and limitless power.
Wait, limitless? How is that possible? Not even igniters can do that, can they?
Yeah.
That, my girl, is something we can only find out once we've seen the finished product, eh? So please help me find the rest.
I'm definitely motivated. You need more? It'll awaken his ghost. Ooh, then the ghost will wear a monster costume. Ooh, it's a ghost in a monster costume. Ooh,
How about that?
Ooh, if we collect them all, the old man's ghost will rise. I keep forgetting. I should probably pick nice answers so I get mag. I want to do the funny.
No, if the old man's ghost does show up, then I'll put him to rest.
Thank you for the Tomcat Oak. Sorry for being mean to Norris. Thank you.
Then I'll put him to rest by showing him the complete collection.
I assume that means I need to check the chat. Thank you very much. Let me get a sip of water here. Let's see. Nora says, I should probably go back to working on my Nami drawing. Quiggita said, Heisme feeding his dead child cookies, so he still have a good time. Oh, that's why the cookies are in there.
Here, kiddo, you always liked my cookies. Here you go. Nom, 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 nom. There we are. It's easier to put them in. It's more of a pain to take them out.
Quiggita says, I like this social link plot, helping our bat friend find a resting place for his baby bat. For his dead baby bat. Tiff says, hi, Smake crying and with hearts. Nora said, I'm gonna go fail at drawing Nami now. Bye-bye, friends. Enjoy the drawing. Maybe we'll see you later, hopefully. Tiff says, good luck, Nora. Quiggita says, I do not have a guess on what his epilogue will be, but as a Heisme fan, so it's okay. What would be funny is if at the end we finally find a place and right as we're about to rest the child, all the ashes fly away somewhere else and Heisman just moves on from that one. It's like, well, I guess it doesn't matter where his ashes go. He's dead anyway. That would be awful. But I mean, it would be one of those things where it's like you find out that what you thought you wanted isn't what you needed type of a things. Oak said goodbye, Nora. Nora said love y'all. Moonlight says I'm okay, no work today.
Logan, I just looked it up and apparently it's implied that Gallica is over 1,000 years old.
What?
So yeah, Norris is right on the old girl name.
Crap. I don't want Gallica to be one of those, because I like her. I'm in love with her. I am in lesbians with Gallica, and I don't want her to be one of those characters where it's like, actually, she's a 5,000-year-old dragon type of a thing. But wow, and also I usually don't go for like older women anyway, so that's kind of surprising. But 1,000 years, okay, so Norris, I guess just gathered, is that common knowledge? Do people just know that fairies are normally that old? She has aged very gracefully, might I say. So good for her, she probably has a really good moisturizing routine every day. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, I appreciate that. And Moonlight was saying, my work has cut my hours down to 1 shift a week on Sunday. That doesn't sound like a good way to like, survive. I hope you're doing okay, Moonlight. Nora said, parentheses, also, I would say watching stream while drawing, but I can't have my phone in my room at my dad's. I'm sorry, Nora, but you can't hear me saying it, but I hope your drawing goes well. And Moonlight says, later, Nora. With the pa-pa-pa.
Logan, you can't date a gilf, don't be like Kenji.
Well, the problem with Kenji is that Kenji was...
BBC, I forgot last time when bots.
But thank you very much for the 10 bits. But the problem with Kenji wasn't just that there was an age gap, it's that Kenji was a minor. Because I mentioned before, like my parents had like an 11-year age gap. I've known people who have even larger age gaps once they're adults. Once you're like an adult, it's like do whatever you want. Like nobody else can tell you what to do. This is a free country and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm an adult. I think I, as an adult, can date a 1,000-year-old fairy who is so old that her bones are full of green dust. But that's just me. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I hope you don't judge me. I hope you don't judge Gallica for marrying me. You assume that, oh, how dare she go after someone so much younger than herself. But thank you again for the 10 bits.
No, if the old man's ghost shows up, then I'll put him to rest by showing him the complete collection.
Whoa.
I admit it looks like junk to me.
I've been a connoisseur of junk since I was a sprout, I'll have you know.
Hey, what were you like as a child?
Old. Oh, I was an adorable, well-behaved boy from a prominent family, but one day the old codger, who wasn't so old then, beckoned me over with his finger of fate. Curiosity got the better of me, and I saw he was holding a fossil caked in mud alongside other bibbits and bobbits and booze I couldn't begin to fathom. Next thing I know, I'm sneaking out of the house to dig for fossils in the cliffside with a gaffer. Naturally, my parents discovered this and had me grounded. They don't believe in fossils, but I wouldn't let that deter me, and one day I dug through the dirt. I picked up something that was clearly not a fossil at all. It was a Eugif's bones. I read every too technical book under the sun, but whatever this was eluded me.
However...
Although I did find a technical manual on gauntlet runners in my mad academic sprint, got a bit invested, and then suddenly I was an engineer.
I was saying, so you got distracted. We don't need to get mag from him. I want to say the funny. So you got distracted.
That's true.
Then you just got distracted from your initial plan? Oh, you liked that?
Not at all. The way I see it, that's what saved me from the duller path. I've no regrets for the way I've lived. To chase the unknown, to escape tedium. That's just the course my mind tends to chart.
Thank you.
I like that attitude.
The decision to travel with you, collecting relics, that too was the result of letting my heart do as it pleases.
I can feel Norris's overflowing love for relics and maybe me, as well as his, oh, there we go, hearty faith in me. Yay, let me have a sip of water, yay.
We're in this journey together, what?
Bombardier! At the start of battle in the Gauntlet Runner, enemies take damage. Okay, that's nice, especially since we're driving somewhere. I'm guessing we'll like encounter some enemy Gauntlet Runner and have to do a fight. It's very situation specific. Oh, maybe we'll run into Katharina again because we get to fight her on Gauntlet Runners, right? Gunner Enlightenment reduces the mad cost of studying the Gunner lineage. Okay. Sounds good. When fighting on the deck of the Gauntlet Runner, enemies will now take damage at the start of battle due to the effects of Bombardier. Oh, there's an animation of just like shooting the person.
Ah, yes, about the next relic. I found a clue in the old man's journal. I've written it out in my notebook. Should be somewhere around here. Give it a gander, if you would.
Then.
I'll be sure all shipshape and ready to go. I'm counting on you to search for another relic for me. I'll be waiting, lad!
Do we need to find that in order to get a clue as to where the next one is? Relic search, dregs of destiny. I need to find Nurik's coveted relics. I don't know where they are, but I should look for clues in the notebook he keeps on a pillar in the engine room to help with my search. Okay, so we gotta check that the next time we have like free time, I guess. Although I gotta still prioritize imagination.
The age of a new king
Draws nearer. Let's see. Quickita says, yeah, you can make notes and connect them to other notes, making a very useful tracking web. Omari said, I was a little sick today, but I'm good now. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm sorry you're sick. I hate getting sick. I've gotten sick twice this winter. Oh,
I've seen
Batland!
the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents.
I missed him!
If you wanted an update, here's your chance.
It's Batland!
So far, we've mostly seen Gauntlet Runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing.
So this is back at Grand Trad, right? Yeah, that's the stage leading up to the Grand Cathedral. Is he gonna mention how that I'm in like 64th place or something? I think that's impressive.
Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted.
Maybe that's why I'm up at 64th place now, is that people just died. It's attrition.
We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
Also, aren't you a bit overdressed? You're wearing gloves that go up past your elbows to hear the town crier. Lady!
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition.
Hang on, I noticed something. Some people are repeated in the crowd. Look, this lady here with the checkered green jacket, she's also down here. Checkered green jacket. This lady here with that kind of purplish pinkish plaid is also right up here. Purplish pink plaid. This guy here with the stripes, he's down here with the stripes. This guy up here with the zigzag is down here with the zigzag. All these people are clones, or they all shop at the same clothing store.
A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira.
He is mentioning
They
us.
might not even come out of it with a head.
I mean, technically we got a head, but it's a baby's head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier. Can't speak for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now.
Now, we still have like 3 followers we need to unlock. Can Batlin please be one of them? I can't remember if you guys said if he is or not. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But, I mean, why not, you know?
With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans.
Only in this game can that be like something that everyone's relieved. Oh, thank goodness he's just killing humans.
And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth, that.
And yet!
For now, let's enjoy the show!
Yay! Thank you, Batlin. I missed you. It's good to have you here. You're nice. I think you're nice. You're probably nice. I hope you're nice.
Right, everyone. Farewell said. Particulars packed.
Yeah, we can fast travel back here, bro. It's gonna be fine.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in our
Huh?
Actually, they just had one really big family with a lot of twins that like pranking people by dressing the same.
So maybe that's like, Thank you very much for the 10 bits. Maybe that's like part of the other thing that we haven't heard, that in this fantasy world, twins are just super, super common. That it's actually more common. That, well, you know what? It makes sense. Because a lot of these people, they're like half animal people, like Paripus or like dogs. And when dogs have babies, they have a litter. And litters are basically twins. I mean, like fraternal twins for the most part. I don't know. I assume dogs and cats and things like that can have like identical twins, but it's probably less. But yeah, so they're just like having litters of babies. Yes, yes. And thank you for the 10 bits, Oak. I appreciate that. All that remains is to ride to Oceana with pride in our hearts.
Watch out, Luis. You won't know what hit you. Well then, off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Well, I mean, you know what? Just because you can run doesn't mean you can't sit down and just chill sometimes. She likes to snuggle on my shoulder. And if I'm a bumpin', then she's a bumpin'.
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep.
Good night. Try not to get seasick while you're asleep.
Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed?
I was just hoping
You're
that
positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
You know, I like your scent. Yeah, this is me giving you a clue. Okay.
Yes. Splendid.
Oh yeah.
Just magnificent.
I'm awake. This is me just talking about you.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Yay! Stroll doesn't get to sleep at night. Yeah. Next is Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceana.
If we punch it south out of Martira, we'll make it in, I'd say, 3 nights, 4 days or so.
Oh, so okay, we're gonna have a lot of cutscenes. Oh, yeah, that's Katharina's! That was Katharina's the Gauntlet Runner, the pink one!
Whoa!
I think we're gonna get to see her again and fight her like the friends that we are. Wow, so that's Port Brilehaven! Oh, it's stormy over there right now. The capital of the Principality of Oceana, a flourishing trade port known for its liberal, free-spirited atmosphere, home to an ocean breeze and frequent tempests.
Oh, hey!
What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly?
'Tis a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in. I did not kick timber on my playthrough. Oh no. So let's see how this goes. No. No!
No. What did you do?
No.
It's everywhere. You ruined a perfectly good snack.
You claim victory over the squirrel, though you're not sure why you were fighting to begin with.
That multiverse version of Mantis was not as nice as this one. Thank you, whoever did the Logan clip roulette. I should read a couple more comments in the chat because I am getting behind. Quickity said, so if I say I want to double check who is in a certain war, I can just go to the war tab and boom, got the whole roster list. Actually, that does sound pretty convenient. Tiff says, Queen Katie, I absolutely love how Heis May's bond ends, and I think you will too. Queen Katie says, who noted? Oak says, one of my favorite albums is called Fishmonger. I'm getting on vinyl soon. It's shipping. The package has been in Ohio for like a week. I actually ordered a vinyl record, I think about 2 years ago. I got through the mail. It's like some Transformers soundtrack music stuff, but I don't own a record player. And so I'm not sure what to do with it. It's just, I guess, strictly decorative for right now. But yeah, Oak says the package has been in Ohio for like a week. I hope it starts picking up and gets to where you are. And there's Queen Katie saying bot. Yeah, because we killed the bot. Queen Katie said, Logan, we have a bot. Wow, they actually cheated with something on that word. Yeah, the letter R, if you look, is like, it's got a little squiggle underneath. And so I think it's like, some like alternate character that just looks like a lowercase r. In fact, maybe I should, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy that, the way that's written, over into my notepad. And, oh, the squiggle I think is part of the letter. And then maybe I can like add that to the list of banned words from chat. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be an uphill struggle. We probably just ought to decide we're just gonna have to squish the bots as they come. Let's see, Quiggy said they're getting smart. Oak says, Katie, do it. Quiggy said, you know what? I will. Just let me double check those sizes. Lol. Last time I made emotes, it was for myself, and that took a bit to do. Oak says, thank you. Tiff says, mwahaha. Eglin says, I thought you were going to stop at racism is bad. I just find it funny. No! No! No. I mean, here's the thing. I do think it's funny to make fun of how that everybody in this is racist, because like when everybody's like, there's nothing funny about racism. Racism is an awful thing, but you know what? It is hilarious that there are people stupid enough to like think that because of like different colors of skin that you just like hate them. That's hilarious. That's so ridiculous. In this game, though, it's I guess the shapes of their horns and ears and stuff, which is even goofier. So yes, that's hilarious to make fun of. Oak says, Unlurk, no longer doing the Doga for now. I'm just gonna get a Dr. Pepper and watch stream. I wish I could find some of those caffeine-free Dr. Peppers next week when the Super Bowl hits, or this Sunday, this weekend. I would love to watch it with a can of caffeine-free Dr. Pepper. I can't. They don't sell it anymore. I don't know how to get it. If anyone could send me some caffeine-free Dr. Pepper, I would smile at the thought of that. Let's see. Oak says, boobs. Quick said, I'm having so much fun with the emote idea. Oak loves it too. Oak says, also, Logan, you can watch One Piece on their website for free in dub and sub. I highly recommend it. Is there a way to like access that on, I guess I can like always cast it to my smart TV. I just love watching stuff on my TV. It's much nicer video quality than my computer monitor. Oak says, it turns the anime from great but highly flawed into the best anime of all time. Oak says, I love this Dr. Pepper. Test One Piece. Logan summoned me. Crystal, how you doing? Oak says, Crystal. Oak says, the Tomcat. Oak says, no, Logan, you were supposed to read chat. Oak says, yes. Crystal says, I'm watching in secret. Okay, Crystal, I won't tell me. Oh yeah, because you're not supposed to be here because you're in classes. Are you in class right now, Crystal? I appreciate that you're here, but I'm sorry if we're being a bad influence and making you a misbehaving student of some sort, a delinquent. 'Tis a large city of prosperous commerce, doing no small to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people will pour in for the exhibition.
All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Norris?
Why, never! Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me! Next stop, Port Briarhaven, capital of Oceania.
So hey, if Gallica's 1,000 years old, do you think she has ex-husbands before us?
Old castle town stricken by tragedy.
Makes me sad.
The Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Briarhaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish?
I don't know.
Acclaim?
Maybe?
Or
something else? Are you gonna finish Moore? I think that's Moore who does that narrating, right? Am I wrong? 3 days until we reach Briarhaven. So she gives me what is the magnifying glass again? Wisdom.
If you have access to any software on your TV or a web browser, but if you can access a browser, then you can watch on TV. I should send a video on how to watch One Piece. It's a few years outdated, so you don't have to worry about episodes you need to skip, but it helps you find where
to watch it. Okay, that might help. If you could like post that in the Discord. I mean, I think there is a web browser, but it's so annoying because like, you know what it's like when you have a remote control and you're trying to like scroll along their little keyboard to type in things. And it's so nice to be able to just like click the button for the app, pick the show and things like that. So if they have an app, but I'm guessing they might. But also, did you guys, I saw some news that there might be something that's going to be cracking down on like anime piracy. And does One Piece count as piracy? Or is that transformative enough that it's like protected by fair use and parody? I think it's piracy. I think it's probably piracy. But thank you very much, Oak, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Okay, so we probably ought to check, because like none of our followers can level up on here right now, right? So let's finally read that book. We need to up our imagination in order to be able to help out Stroll. There are more books now. Perhaps Heisme added some to the collection. The books I should read are, was it New World Travel Diary? Was that the imagination one? A fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I'm almost done reading it. I think we got imagination from that, right?
Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read it together? Over by the window? Snuggling?
There we go. If I read this book, I may gain more imagination.
Shall we spend some time reading the book?
Hang on, let's actually save first before we do this. Maybe not now. No, it is now. I'm just gonna save. Save. Let's see. And Oak says good. Crystal says while in class. Oh, so Is it that I'm allowed to know, but your teacher isn't allowed to know? Oak says, age gap of 970 years. Tiff says, I get it. My parents had an 8-year age gap when my mother was an affair, so ... Oak says, my parents have a 4-year age gap, I think, but they're like 65. But they didn't used to be 65. Probably. I think they used to be younger when they were younger.
It doesn't actually count as piracy because of how much it changes. It's not just the re-edits, they fix art errors and stuff too, as well as doing all the subtitles and translation themselves. Also on the website you don't need to type anything in besides the URL one time. Boo.
Ah! Okay, but even if you only type the URL in the one time, you'll need to type it in one time every single time you go and visit it, because it won't just like stay open. Unless we can do bookmarks on the browser on my I don't know. I might just have to like try and... I might have to watch it on my computer. We shall see. It's just not nearly as comfy. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. Even if it's not piracy, though, it probably is still like trademark infringement, copyright infringement, intellectual property infringement, because like you're still infringing on things. But still, but thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do appreciate it. Okay, so we want that imagination book. Read it over by the window. Yes, read the book. Eglin says, Frantic Fanfic is a party game website where a group of people can write fanfics together with random characters. Last one I did with my friends was Aaron Yeager x Obama fanfic. It gets insane. Hang on. So the X means romance. Is that correct? Is that correct? But that actually sounds fun. Crystal says, my parents, like, ... 15 years. See, that's what I'm saying. Once you're an adult, do whatever you want. Omari says, at that point, it's not cradle robbing, it's womb robbing. Crystal says, Aaron and who? Quigata says, Norris, ADHD, for real. Tiff says, I both love and hate the concept of womb robbing. No, I think they, wait, hang on. I mean, it depends, like, how we depict those in the womb. If you remember, in fact, I'm going to be posting in, like, another week or so, I think, the clip from Spirited Justice where I talked about the theory that maybe Believe in Me's baby was crawling out of the womb, scuttling around to do murders. So, I don't know. I should stop talking about that. I should play some game.
Quote, he continued to traipse through the raging sandstorm. At last he came upon a cave, the entrance gaping like the maws of a beast. The walls of the cave were translucent, revealing the inside to be a gigantic, intricately winding labyrinth, fantastical and akin to a mirage.
Oh, yeah?
A giant cave with glass walls in the desert? That sounds otherworldly, but also strangely familiar. Well, whatever. What's it sound like to you?
Sounds pretty. Sounds dangerous. Sounds safe. I'm gonna say it sounds pretty. Gallica, doesn't it sound romantic? Do you want to go with me to the glass cave in the desert?
Sure.
That would be a beautiful sight.
Right?
Yeah, I bet it'd be dazzling in the daylight. Probably a night too sparkling in the moonlight.
I feel like envisioning the scene with Gallica has improved my imagination.
All right.
Okay, come on, give me enough. Not enough.
I know this new world is just fictional, but I'd want to visit it if it were a real place.
Maybe it is. Again, maybe this is all a metaphor for things that are happening. With that, I've finished the book. I feel like my understanding of the world has deepened.
Now then.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, is that more? I get more? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Wait, I think it was just 3 we needed, right? I wasn't level 4. I think it was 3 we need in order to help Stroll. Hey, we got it.
Imagination.
Imagination. 'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If true sovereignty is thy aspiration, should be thine aspiration, furnish thyself with the creativity to bring the ideal world of thy thoughts to fruition.
Why, that's...
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions may be inflamed.
The party sets off for Martira.
Yeah.
As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their gauntlet runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees.
Hope we find another...
Wildlife retreats to safety before the sunlight fades, leaving only deafening silence.
I hope that we've...
Anticipation
Sorry, narrator.
The journey's beginning swells in their hearts.
Narrator, your narration's not important. I just was gonna say, I hope we find another place we can take a photograph of for Maria. Moonlight says, Logan, I mean, you're not wrong. My paycheck is a joke. Don't want to be a downer, though. No, I hear you on that. Mine tends to be like that, too. Tiff says, Norris has...
Oi.
has AUDHD for real, for real. Okay, what's the difference between AUDHD and ADHD? Is that instead of attention deficit hyperactive disorder, is it autistic deficit is it gold? Because AU could be called gold deficit hyperactive disorder. I don't know. Quick said, I heard Batlin, and I came running. Batlin with a heart. Quick do you love Batlin? Because he has the word bat in his name. Tiff says, Batlin, our man. Oak says, lots of bats in this game. Quick says, I love it. I love the bats. And then add quote, all these people are clones, or they all shop at the same clothing store. Says if he is, I'd love to max Batlin out ASAP. Tiff says, Batlin's follower bond is/would be amazing. Not spoiling if we do or do not. Well, thank you for not spoiling. I'm hoping. I'm going to keep hoping. Crystal adds the quote. Oak says, crap, almost at 420 quotes. Oh, and the next one will be 420. And then quote number 69 was what is, if you can't freeze a baby, you can at least stab the baby. Oh, huh?
ODHD equals autism plus ADHD.
Okay, so I was kind of right. I was throwing autism in there. So autism doesn't replace the attention. It's just in addition to it. Okay. I am learning lots of stuff tonight. So thank you very much for the 10 bits, Tiff, and for the information. Quickita says, I got ice cream. And there was Crystal doing the shout out earlier. Quickita said, Crystal, I nearly choked. Oak is laughing. Quickita said, how could you? Eglin said, had to pop back in to see the kick. Quickita said, literally on my first ice cream bite. Crystal says, oof. Oak says, squirrel kicker. Okay, Oak. I did not choose that. We were playing it. We're doing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 where chat made all the decisions. I think I even said at the beginning of the clip, I didn't do that on my personal playthrough. I was nice. I did not kick the squirrel. But then because that happened in our playthrough of Baldur's Gate, we had Mantis like pick up the squirrel corpse and put it in our pocket for the rest of our run. So yeah, but anyway, that's not me, it's Mantis. It was Mantis, it was chat. Crystal says, don't choke, Queen Katie. Oak says, I'm still deeply confused on how Logan Robo in the game, the in-game person, fits into the story. Well, it sounds like, well, because Moore is the author of the book that we're reading, but there's the book in academia that seems to be like have my name in it. We should check that again at some point next time we're in academia. Because I don't know how that fits in and why we had to name somebody else that. Maybe we should have named our protagonist Logan and then named the ominous otherworldly person Mantis. I don't know. Hey, have you heard? In terms of Pokemon romantic compatibility, there's a bath cask on the back deck now. Okay, so I guess the game is like, why haven't you bathed? I'm gonna tell you about the bathing mechanic. You're supposed to bathe. I've heard enough whinging about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of,
I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bath water to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. Well, we got like bath salts from that one town or whatever it was. Thanks to Nuris, you can now use the bath cask on the back. Oh, it's just one that's just like a little single person thing. I thought it was gonna be like a full-on thing so we could like hang out with our bros in the bath, be bath bros. Thanks to Nuris, you can now use the bath cask on the back deck. Not only can you acquire mag by using it, but you can also add various bath salts to the water to improve your abilities.
The breeze feels nice.
The breeze feels nice. We've got 3 more days on the road.
I could tell you're feeling stronger these days, but it's still too dangerous to go outside at night.
Are we gonna eventually be able to run around outside at night and just murder animals? Norris, why do you want me to be naked so badly? First the sandflash business, next the salty sea breeze. I see I'll have to take some extra care with drive maintenance. Well, don't you look intrigued, but you needn't fret, lad. Just leave this one to me, this part's the most fun. All right, chat, are we ready to have our protagonist get naked? Ready to go take a bath? Okay, so this, I guess, is... Oh, there's the back deck. So we need... Oh, look, you can see a little icon, I'm assuming, for the bath. All right, you guys ready to get nude? Time for a hot tub stream. In the game. Quickita says, I thought I wouldn't this time, but then the timber clip came in. Oak says, I like because they asked for the player's name and the character's name. So like, why? Has that been mentioned? Yeah, there was the one time we were in academia and we were looking at a book and we're like, this has the name Logan. And that was that. That was all.
Logan, get naked fast.
I'm hurrying. I'm trying to get naked. Ah! Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I will not on stream. anyway, for a multitude of reasons. Wait, Gallica, I'm about to take a bath, girl. So, wait, Gallica, are you joining me in the bath? Gallica?
You're 2 days late on the hot tub, Logan.
I know, because that was going to be for your birthday. How was the rest of your birthday, by the way? I know you told us you got cake and things like that, but how was the rest of it? And thank you very much, Beowulf, for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Let's save before we take a bath, just in case we decide we want to rewind time and enjoy stewing in our own stink. Let's see, Crystal says to Queen Katie, oopsie. Oak says, the animation has such complicated frames that I can only do like 1 frame per session. Says there's like a bunch of lines and shading. Queen Katie said, okay, I finished the ice cream. No choking, almost did though, Crystal. Crystal says, I am, in fact, in class. We'll tell you what, we won't tell your teacher. Gallica, we're taking a... Oh, no, Gallica, get it back on my shoulder. We're taking a bath. It's a bath cask.
Hey there.
I heard from Norris, apparently we can either enter as is or make it even better by putting something into the hot water first.
Gallica, you're saying we. Again, chat, are we about to take a bath with Gallica?
Yep.
Oh, you said yes, Gallica? Chat, my life is complete.
If you put something in that smells good, I bet it'll feel nice.
A leisurely soak in here should relieve fatigue and anxiety in my mind and body. I may even get some mag as well. Take a bath. While I'm at it, maybe I should put something in the hot water. Bathe as is or check bath salts. Actually, I'm not stinky. I want to remember what this bath salt is. Which bath salt are you thinking about? I want to see what this does again. If I use Fleeting Fountain of Youth, my agility will probably increase by 2. Okay, yeah. So let's do it. Let's do that. Put it in. While I'm at it, maybe I should put some in the water. Fleeting Fountain of Youth. So this is like going to that video game. So we should take baths all the time. Oh, for a second I thought that was Gallica's head, like she was drowning, or just underwater to spy a peek at our... I think it's a potato, or a bath salt, or a bath bomb. It's a bath with Fleeting Fountain of Youth in it. So where is Gallica right now? Is she nearby somewhere? A sweet fragrance envelops me, as though I'd broken free to frolic through a flower-filled meadow. I feel like both my body and my heart have gotten lighter. Protagonist's agility increased by 2. I like that it's just calling protagonist. Don't say mantis, say protagonist. That's what I call him. I obtained mag from the bath and then administered CPR to the drowning Gallica. But she just really wanted to see that so badly, more than she wanted to breathe. I got out of the bath and went back after cooling off for a bit. Yay.
Time marches on.
Nudity.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
Let's see, Oak says, at least on the browser, you don't have to type in anything besides the website once. Crystal says, sorry, Queen Katie. Oak says, the anime has so much filler that it legit counts as fair use in America.
That reminds me.
See, Japanese fair use laws are different, so it isn't fair use over there, but it is completely legal in America. See, I always thought they had like more lenient laws for that sort of thing in Japan, but I could be wrong. Tiff says, I'm back! Got some cookies! Did you steal them from Haizume's son? Tiff? He gave them to his child's bones. Oak says it cuts out half the series without losing any information. Okay, but I did hear a friend of mine was telling me, our good buddy Classic Brime, who comes into chat on occasion, said that I think it was him, that said that in One Piece you also have like the little title page illustrations that would show stuff like when Buggy the Clown, he was just like the head with little arms and little hands and feet, and he met... Oh crap, I keep forgetting her name. She used to be like kind of a fat pirate lady, but then she got really skinny. And like they had an adventure and they would just be on like chapter title pages and you'd see stuff that apparently they made like a filler episode doing that. So that's like canon, but it's filler. Like does One Piece include those episodes? I am curious. Beowulf says, with the existence of the One Piece is probably no longer fair use. Well, And I do wonder what's going to happen, because when does the new remake come out? Because that's supposed to happen, which I'm assuming is going to be like a Dragon Ball Z Kai remake, where it just like cuts out all the filler. I know they're working on that, but when is that supposed to be? Oak says, because half of One Piece is filler. Moonlight says, there was a 13-year age gap between my parents. See, it sounds like a lot of parents have that. So don't judge me for having an almost 1,000-year age gap between me and Gallica, okay? Okay? Oak says to Beowulf, well, it would still be fair use. I just hope the remake gets rid of the need for one pace. Oak says, and also fixes the animation. Crystal says, I recited in class while watching. High five to me. High five, Crystal. You can multitask. That's impressive. Next time you got to give us a heads up right before it happens, and all the chat can like start shouting things and doing like objection alerts to scare you.
I did not steal them from Heismay's son.
Good.
I made these pumpkin chocolate chip cookies myself. They are sadly mediocre.
Aw, because pumpkin chocolate chip cookies are great. Not quite as good as applesauce chocolate chip cookies, but they are up there. They're like a high level tier cookie. But if you didn't steal them, do make sure to pop one into Heismay's bone jar. Okay? Which is a bar full of bones, not a jar for boning. Like, it's a noun. It's a jar of bones. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Tiff. I appreciate that. We'll arrive in the Ocean City the day after tomorrow. Heismay, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind.
No, Japan literally has no fair use laws.
Oh.
Like it's just copyright law, no fair use. So you just can't use other people's content legally. The remake doesn't have an official release date though, but One Piece does include the cover stories, the ones the anime...
The ones the anime adapted, at least. They stopped adapting them a while ago. Okay, so that's good. So I won't miss out on those. So I'll check those out. Thank you for the 10 bits. See, I didn't know that they didn't have fair use. That might explain why. I remember there was a thing, it was about a year or two ago. I saw some like little interesting news story online that there was a manga in Japan that got serialized, got canceled after its first chapter. Because what it was about a guy that got isekai'd. And then there was like a council of like lords in this isekai world, but each one of them was a parody of a famous isekai type character. Like one of them represented Subaru Natsuki from ReZero. One of them represented Kirito, I think his name, from Sword Art Online. Another was Rimuru from How I Got Reincarnated as Slime. One of them was crap, I can't remember his name. The guy from Overlord with the skull and everything. Like Ein Ghoul or something like that. But they were like parody versions of them. Like they weren't drawn exactly, and they were like, so the designs were a bit different, the names were a bit different, but they were like clearly parodies of these characters. And the idea is they were like the evil lords of this isekai world. The main character was gonna have to go through and defeat and kill each one of them. And I guess like the publisher didn't realize that, and then they published it, and everyone's like, oh, these are all these other characters from all these other series. And there was like a big controversy, and it got like canceled immediately after its first chapter. So maybe they don't, I'm very confused. You know, I can look up more on that in my own time, but that is interesting. So thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. So, okay, I take it that maybe we weren't supposed to start hanging out with Heismay until this, because this seems to be the day that he pitched his tent on the Gauntlet Runner. Because the day before, he was sleeping in Stroll's bed, and now he's got his actual tent, so I think we accidentally did things out of order. But then again, we also did that Goblin King side quest out of order, so that's par for the course with us. I'm confident it'll take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of...
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? Hey, my young friend, where did you hear Yuji are capable of flight?
Are they not? Wasn't that the whole thing when he was like... Oh no, because when he fell, he did splat, didn't he?
I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding.
Oh, it's gonna be a distinction there, okay. I mean, there is a difference. Like, gargoyles glide. They don't fly in Disney's Gargoyles. In 2 days, we'll be at Port Brilehaven.
We've really gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think?
Okay, so now we gotta choose what else to level up. So what do we got? What's close? Courage is getting kind of close. So is Wisdom. Tolerance and Eloquence are pretty far down. I think I just barely leveled up each of them. Let's first of all, let's go check to see if we can find that notebook in the engine room that Nura said. Is that down here? Yeah. I don't know if that'll advance time or if we can just read it. It's on a pillar, apparently. Was it in the workshop? Oh, well, these things are so colorful. Oh, they're the sunglasses. We already saw those. And then otherwise we'll maybe increase our courage or something. Oh, there it is. There's the notebook. Check journal. The code seems to have been deciphered even further. We may have a clue to a lost relic. Okay, so what? Yeah, I should have read the Martyra entry. I didn't know that there was the. Okay, read the Oceana entry, and then we'll read both of them. No, read Oceana first. If it's long, we won't read the Martyra one. The handwriting is hurried and haphazard. Quote: the old man had a hunch about the tomb northwest of Brylehaven. Wasn't there a cursed cemetery there? The one where the victims of that epidemic were buried, it says. If I'm around Brylehaven, I should keep an eye out for the cemetery in case there's a relic there. Okay, so what did the one that we missed before say? The Martyra entry. Nora's fine penmanship lines the page. According to the old man's research, one of the relics can be found southeast of Martyra. If memory serves, that's where that dreadful, grotty, man-eating cave, because the man-eating grotto, is supposed to be, it says. I've already found all the relics in this location. Okay, I didn't know that we could do that. So that's the thing. Let's head back up and let's boost our courage, I suppose, with Stroll. Unless books will probably do more than hang out with him. Let's see what other books we got and what they increase. Bookshelf. And plus, this is hanging out with Gallica, and I don't know if you guys have picked up the very subtle vibe, but I am in love with Gallica. The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books, oh no, I already read that. Hang on, no. Wrong one. I didn't mean to press that. Okay, let's finish Pride and Persuasion. So this book outlines useful conversation techniques for convincing others. I haven't started yet, so that sounds like that'll be eloquence or something.
Nora's probably left this here, huh? Let's take it over the window if you want to read it together.
Yep, eloquence.
Shall we spend time reading this book?
Not now. Maybe not now. Let's see what the other books are. Bygone Days. So we only have two other options. Bygone Days. This methodically precise handwriting leads me to believe this is Heismay's. It appears to be a record of his life with his son. I haven't started reading it yet.
Heismay left us here. I think that means it's okay to read.
If I read this book, I may gain more tolerance. But like courage and wisdom are closer to leveling up.
Shall we spend time reading this book?
You know, we'll go in order with the books here. So instead, we're going to read Pride and Persuasion for Eloquence. This book outlines useful conversation, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's head it over and read this together.
Shall we spend some time reading the book?
Read the book! I got to read some more in the chat as well.
What's that?
Oak says, high five. Crystal says, watching. Oak says, I wonder what Norris thinks about One Piece. Beowulf, Norris for some reason looks like a One Piece character to me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the striped shirt just makes me think he's like a naval officer or something like that. Even though I don't think they even had striped shirts in One Piece, but I could be wrong. Beowulf says, AUDHD equals autism plus ADHD. Quinkata says, yep. Beowulf says, I'm AUDHD, so fun. Quinkata said, to be honest, I get the slight feeling I also have ADHD, but I ain't finding that out anytime soon, lol. Oak says, I almost definitely have ADHD, but I technically haven't gotten diagnosed because neuropsych evaluations are hard to get. Quickity said, I didn't pick the kicking. Keep that in mind, Oak. I was the only angel. That is right. Queen Katie was the one dissenting vote for not kicking. Beowulf says, add quote, autism, DHD. Eglin with a smile. Oak says, my therapist thinks I have ADHD, but she isn't a psychologist, so she can't diagnose. And my brother and dad both have ADHD. Quinkata says, bath? We finally get bathing? Was it all you hoped for and more? Seeing Protag naked? Quinkata said, we finally gonna be clean? Maybe. We don't know how well he cleansed himself. He might have just soaked in water. Crystal says, we stinky. A little bit.
Apparently, this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. Quote, first impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why?
To strike them down in one hit, to gain the upper hand, to exploit them without mercy.
I don't want Calica to think we're a bad person. Let's just say to gain the upper hand.
Sure.
So that you can gain the upper hand, perhaps.
No kidding.
Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be.
It feels like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
All right,
there we are. Eloquence! Not leveling up, but increasing.
I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly.
We might just take another bath at nighttime too. We're gonna see. We're gonna get very agile. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time. I do feel like that's gonna be a good thing to.
I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop.
How dare you talk about Gallica's radar? Oh, okay. Maybe it's
ruins come to view.
We're gonna get a picture.
This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilhaven. However, the promise of strong magla drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain.
That's what we want to take a picture of for Maria. Threatening glimmer.
The thieves.
And thieves.
For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped by fear.
So yeah, there's got to be a place for a picture for Maria, right? Ooh. Oh, this is cool looking. I like the composition of this shot too. Tis a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals.
Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones, which will someday be in a jar as I consider what could have occurred here. Did I mention that, yes, my bones will be in a jar? I just want to make sure that is clear. That's how we do things. Something wrong, lad? Did the gauntlet runner get the best of your stomach again?
No.
No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant. Are you okay? Let's ignore Stroll and head back. Ask him if he's okay. Are you okay, bro?
Everything okay?
Are you okay?
Right.
Yeah. Sorry to cause you any concern. I kind of wish that our outfits that we get to use in battle and in dungeons and things were in some of these cutscenes. I already miss Stroll being able to have his Yasogami High outfit. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about this. This is the work of a human. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind by monster attacks or acts of war. Right. I don't know if the magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually...
You...
Stroll. I'm not saying your name, I'm using the verb. Go take a stroll, get out of here. I want to think about my bones being in a jar in peace. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and saved all those lives within.
That's why...
I mean, not like the babies that it ate. It ate a lot of babies. A lot of dead babies in this game. Disproportionately high. Most games will prevent children from being able to die. Like in open world games, you can't kill kids. This game, not one of them. A lot of dead babies. Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. I mean, unless it's about dead babies, that's negative. Dwell on that. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again.
Yeah.
Bones in jars, dead babies.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I feel like coming face to face with the cruel decline of the village has deepened my wisdom in its own way.
All right.
Yay! Wisdom up!
Hey!
Oh, my stomach sends notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back?
So I guess Nuris can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So,
let's put this place behind us.
Are we not taking a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is important sight to document nonetheless. Yay, we get to go give Maria something that'll bring her no joy, that'll make her sad. Loot City Ruins drawing. I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here. And Maria will never forget either.
As the sun sinks below the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them in its light.
We're almost to Katharina's gauntlet round. I miss her. We're gonna fight. It's gonna be traumatic, but it'll be fun. If you fight with a cute girl, it's okay that she wants to kill you. Blackwood Camp. The day after tomorrow, we'll be in real Maritime City.
I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us.
Well, should we get naked again, or should we talk to people? What do we got here? Heisme, you want to increase, what's that, imagination? You just want to talk, sad sack.
Apologies, I shouldn't speak so. It's just as Heisme says, I'm too pessimistic. It's a bad habit.
Okay. What else we got? What else we got inside? Anybody else have things you want to give me? Qualities you want to increase? Otherwise, we'll do imagination or I'm gonna get naked again. That is not a threat, it is a promise. Oh, you want imagination too? I think that's what that is. You're just copying old Heisme. What about down in the engine room? Is that where Norris is? Oak says, Mantis canonically smells worse than Luffy. Said, I don't know if Loke has heard this before, but Oda confirmed the bathing schedules of all the Straw Hats. Oh, that just takes us back out here. Really? That does remind me of what I thought was an interest. Actually, no, that's a long thing. That's a long thing, so I won't go into that. But so I have seen like online a lot of confirmations, not confirmations, but just like things where Oda answers people's questions, where they're asking about, what about this background character? What type of food does this person like? And he just makes up stuff. Norris?
Maintenance goes far smoother on a full stomach. I'll make sure the runner doesn't pick up any rust from the sea breeze.
Say IT Logan.
Oh no, it's not like anything like that crazy. It was just, it's like a little bit of Utah history here. So Utah, its first governor was Brigham Young. And during the time when they came over here, there was a big problem, because like, it was like this big group of pioneers that had trekked across, you know, so many miles to settle in the valley here. And they noticed that these people during that time, you know, they kind of switched to survival mode and weren't really doing a lot of the things that civilized people do, such as bathe and things like that. And so they had this guy put together a list of like things to encourage people to do in order to just like, almost like re-civilize the settlers here, okay? And the problem was it was so strict that not a single person was able to do every single thing on the list, not even that Governor Brigham Young himself. And the one thing that he failed to do was there's a requirement that said, wash your body at least once a week. And he's like, no, I just can't do it. I think his official quote was, I'm sure that is fine for some people, but not for me. And so that's why I think I always think of that whenever people talk about like time traveling back in time to Wild West days. And I just think about how awful that must have stunk to high heaven. Okay, so let's, I guess, go hang out with Heisme. He was outside somewhere, right? He'll increase our imagination. And let's just do that. So that's all it was. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Quickita said, wait, so is this like a hot tub? It looked like it. It kind of reminds me of, I've seen an anime sometimes, like in Dragon Ball Z, Goku even has like a little barrel hot tub thing outside of his house. So it's like an old-timey hot tub. So we just went hot tubbing with Gallica. Heisme.
It's you.
Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. What say we take a little rest and talk a moment? No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break. By recalling the past and planning for my future with Heisme, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend time with him? Actually, let's save first before we do this. Because the next day we're probably going to go into combat. Can I collect that there? Oh, a Lunibee, that's what it was. There was a blue thing above it. Okay, let's save before we do this with Heisme, because it looks like the next day we're probably going to encounter Katarina, and just in case we die. I don't think she'd actually kill us, because she's too cute to kill us, right? Oak says, Nami, Robin, and Sanji all shower daily. Usopp showers every 3 days, and Luffy and Zoro shower every week, because Nami forces them to. Why Zoro? I feel like I'm kind of surprised that he wouldn't shower at least like every 3 days too. I don't know, maybe I don't know him well enough. Quickita said, me equals Norris, for real, for real. Oak says, Luffy reeks of meat, and Zoro reeks of sweat and metal, because all he does is work out. Quickita says, hey Beowulf, Beowulf is finally getting their birthday wish, the hot tub. Why would you wish that from my stream though?
I don't think anyone in the entire world legitimately wants to see me in a hot tub. Quickity said, wait, was it Beowulf? I forgot. Quickity says, yeah. Tiff says, Beo got their B-Day wish. Beowulf says, it was good. Watch some shows with some friends. Nice. Oak said, Logan is about to bathe with a fairy gilf. I thought she would bathe with me. But no, she rejected me. Quickity says, I'd quote, my life is complete, Logan moments before going into a hot tub with a fairy. But then she wasn't in there. It was just like the bath bomb or whatever floating. Oak says, Gil standing for Grandma, I'd like to ferry. As in just like take across like a body of water and then back, right? Is that spelled the same as that type of ferry, huh?
Sanji showers every day because he can't allow women to think he stinks. Also, he takes food safety seriously, so he needs to be clean to cook.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for the 10 bits. That makes sense. I like that. And yeah, of course he would, because he's the type of guy, he looks like he cleans up. He has like impeccable hygiene. And Usopp, yeah, I could see him missing a couple of days every now and then. But man, once a week, that is no good. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I do have to say, when the pandemic lockdowns were going on and I was stuck home, I probably only showered a couple of times a week, probably about 2 or 3 times a week, some weeks, not all weeks, because like I was never going out anywhere. I was just home stewing in my own juices, and neither me nor my cat seemed to mind if I smelled bad. It would probably be easier for my cat, because then she could like keep track of me by smell. But also, I don't like sweat a ton. So I know that I'll, of course, get body odor like just about anybody else, but I hope it wasn't too pungent. But thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. And Quickity says, I'm cackling. I'm so happy I'm dying. Why? Because we were naked? Quickity says, I'd quote, I obtained Mag from the bath and then administered CPR to the drowning Gallica. Logan moments after taking a hot tub with a fairy. It's 2 parts. Oak with the timestamp 1:23:45. Holy crap, we're over halfway through the stream? Sorry, I need to pick up the pace with this. And Crystal says, class over, yippee! And thank you, I assume, Crystal, you put it into slow mode. So thank you for that. And there's the adding the quotes. Quickity says, yay! Says, oh lol, my life is complete. It's quote 420. Let's see, there was some TTS. Quickity says, Kirito from SAO. Yes, I know this because I binge watched season 1 last year. I enjoyed the first season of Sword Art Online. I just feel like after that, like the show kept going after they escaped from like the death game. At that point, it was just like, now we're doing adventures and we're doing stuff that involves me going into this fantasy world. And it's like the whole concept before was like you're trapped in a fantasy video game where if you die in the game, you die for real. That's like a really gripping concept for an anime. And so once you're out of that and you're just like, yeah, well, we still go in there and have adventures. It's like, well, a lot of the stakes are gone. And I just had a hard time finding the motivation to really get invested. I hope that's fair. But I did enjoy that first season or so. Weedle says, we talk about Isekai. We are talking about Isekai. You gonna talk about that dragon hatchling one, Weedle? Quickity says, lol, logic about the Heisme thing. Okay, let's play a little bit more here. Goodness, time to bid farewell to Martira, isn't it? I can't help but feel a connection to that place, probably because I lived there. Oh, also, I just noticed, look at this. I didn't notice this before, because of course we are in our like pajamas, sort of. They got a lot of buttons for pajamas, but I did notice Heisme has like a different poncho on. It's like a more casual one than like his uniform with a big poofy turtleneck. But it's like, see, it has like stitches on the shoulder and just like solid blue color. I didn't even notice that before. I guess that's his pajamas. But of course, since the poncho, when he sleeps upside down, it just like just drapes over his face, exposing everything. But it's covering his face, so he can't see if somebody else sees his nose. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martira. The air there agrees with my skin more than Grand Trads. Despite what happened, it's nice and quiet. I feel more relaxed at the capital. I mean, do we want to bring up his dead kid? Despite what happened? Actually, why not? Why not? He brings up his dead kid all the time. I'm gonna bring up your dead kid despite what happened. What happened being your kid died? Huh? Despite all the terrible things that you experienced? Do you want me to list them?
But
I bear no affection for the period when I was branded a kidnapper, but harbor no ill will for those whose children were taken. Now I'm just looking very dramatically in this direction. Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard before that you received this mission from the hidden village where His Highness the Prince resides. Right, my apologies. I didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. Your tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the Ujif. I'll not pry if you'd rather not discuss it.
It's really because I don't know. I'm a blank slate protagonist, Heismate.
There are none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of their past, myself included. But if that is truly the case, then perhaps it's not one's past that defines their character, but what they do in the present and the future. I think that's a quote from like Batman Begins or something. You know, it's not like my something that defines me, it's what I do with it. I don't know. Something about great power and responsibility, and Uncle Ben, when he died, that's how Batman escaped from Krypton. If we would all face the future together, then perhaps someday we could find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from that novel you carry.
I felt my imagination grow as Heismay and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
Imagination. I'm glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I will keep you company in its stead.
I just look how adorable this happy sprite is. He's such a happy old man whose kid died.
Yeah, blah, 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 gesticulation.
I'm gesticulating back. Heismay and I talked for a while. Tiff,
marches on,
I forget. I keep forgetting this happens every night.
Nearer.
Tiff says, I will absolutely love to put a cookie in the jar for Heismay's son. My grandmother would love that. She used to make the cookies and hand them out to kids at the school she volunteered at. Oh, that's really sweet. Quiggita said, this isn't flying. This is falling with style. Heismay probably. Oh, crap. What is that from? I know that quote. I know, like, falling with style. That is from something. I want to say like a Disney something, maybe not. What is that from? Falling with style. Hang on, I gotta Google this. This is gonna evade me. Okay, falling with style. What is that quote? It is. Oh, is it Toy Story? Toy Story? Was it Toy Story? Okay, there we are. Now I feel better about that.
The salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Briarhaven by tomorrow.
Seawater? I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assumed that's what it was.
And so we put the forest behind us at long last. That must mean that we've already ventured forth beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
'Twould seem it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Norris, do remember that we are relying on you for safe passage the rest of the way. So we have 2 more chairs at that table, so that means we get at least like 2 more party members, right? I hope. Tomorrow, we should be able to see the ocean.
That reminds me.
Norris said the waters around Briarhaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that.
I hope they're briny and green and salty. Okay, let's save again. I guess we'll go read another book and then probably get attacked by Katarina, is my guess. Let's see, Chris with a keyboard slam and a timestamp 1:31:30. So I'm still only 20 minutes behind. That is honestly not too bad. I will attribute much of that. Oh, look, I just realized it has like even the lantern swaying. That's cool. I will attribute much of that. Oh, what are you doing here? To the fact that we are using slow mode. Okay, so Hülkenberg wants to play a board game. I think we already did that with her once. So we're just gonna read nearby her, but not interact with her. The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. Books I can read are Pride and Persuasion. So yeah, we're just gonna do them in order. I guess, why not? Why not? We'll eventually max out all of our traits.
Norris probably left this here. Let's take it over the window if you want to read it together.
Yes, get more eloquence.
Shall we spend some time reading the book?
Read the book. I hope the decisions I'm making are okay, because I don't think I can level up anybody right now. So we might as well just read, right? Moonlight says, lurk, I need dinner. I'll be back. Enjoy your dinner, Moonlight. I had a very piecemeal dinner, so I hope you have a good dinner. Crystal says, hey, Chad, should I activate slow mode /J? That /J was not a /J because you really did it. Queen Katie said, now all we need left now for this game is a toilet. Do you really want a pooping mechanic? I could go without a pooping mechanic. I just remember like when I was in kindergarten, there was one time we were reading the storybook I can't remember what it was about. Like one of the kids was asking, like, when did that character? I can't remember what it was about. A guy doing something for a long time. It was like, when did that character go to the bathroom? I'm like, who thinks about that? He goes to the bathroom when you're not paying attention. I don't want to know. Oak says, I'm so cool. What'd you do? What'd you do? Crystal says, one command and your points will be removed /J. Oh, wait, because, that was quote 256. Stop putting your text in front of my helicopter, bro. Quickity said, love how those two quotes are about the same thing. Crystal adding points to Tiff. Tiff says, yay. And some more gambling. Quickity says, no. Tiff says, aw. Crystal adding more points. You're just facilitating gambling. Oak says, look at all those crystals. And Quickity says, and yes, look at those wonderful, wonderful crystals. Oh, and the place, in the town. I thought we were talking about Ahmad. Yeah, Crystal, you were in that town all over the place, attracting humans.
Apparently, this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. The next part reviews some basics. Quote, even if you make a flawless first impression, as a discussion progresses, the other person may erect an emotional wall and start giving you the cold shoulder. No matter what you say, they'll remain unreceptive. In these situations, issue a challenge. You must shock their senses to break down their walls. Shock their senses? How would you go about doing that?
Stare them down, pretend to cry, scare them. I don't want to. All of these sound awful. Stare them down, pretend to cry. I hope we don't like lose points if we pick a bad one. I feel like we're usually picking stuff that seems obviously right. So hang on, what did the log say about this? What were the other ones? So even if you make a flawless first impression, they'll erect an emotional wall, start giving you the cold shoulder. No matter what you say, they'll remain unreceptive. In these situations, issue a challenge. You must shock their senses to break down their walls. I mean, I guess the idea is pretend to cry is that then they'll feel bad for you, but I hate that. I hate when people like pretend to be like, oh, woe is me, just to get attention. I guess scaring, let's try scare them. Scare them. Maybe I scared them.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. The basics said to find their weak points, right? So I guess you could imply that you know their weakness. Then blackmail them.
Okay, I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
All right.
I still get 4, so maybe it doesn't matter what I say. Yay.
Getting someone's agreement doesn't seem like it'd be too complex, but there's actually a lot to consider. Yep, just reading and getting car sick from reading. There's still more left to read in the book. I'll pick up from here next time. Let's see.
Gauntlet runner sighted!
Although enemies coming our way, or so I thought. Looks like it's that Missy's Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time.
Yay! So will it just be a hangout that we level up with her? I think it's gonna be a fight. My guess is every time we see her, we fight her to level up. So yeah, like a little diversion of beating up an adorable pink-haired girl. A pink-haired puppy girl. Quickity said, I guess that means the gang is standing on top of Crystal. Omari said, all right, I might get some sleep soon. All right, if you need to head out, good night, Omari. Thank you so much for being here. Sleep well, you're awesome. Oak says, good night, Omari. Tiff says, good night, Omari. And then Tiff does a frowny face at the gambling. Crystal says, a bunch of crystals. I wonder if they like bonkers. They probably, yippee, they're bonkers. Quickity said, I mean, it's a whole bonker. It is a whole bonkers of crystal. Is that now a measurement? What is the volume or number of crystals that comprise an entire bonker of crystal?
Hey!
Hey, you lot! Yeah, on the Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch. Hurry up! I got a short fuse, you know. That means if you don't come out right now, kaboom!
So the young miss says, I'm hoping you lot are willing to act?
Now she's done, of course. I want to see my friend. And I want her to kaboom me. Don't worry, we won't take this lying down.
Wait, they're coming on board at the other end? Well, now we have to accept their challenge.
And we'll see how the bombardier thing from Norris works. Also, I gotta open a new thing of water because I'm still thirsty.
It's you! So we meet again! Maybe you got the better of me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
Yeah, Tuesday, isn't it?
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen.
She has some cute sprites. I like even that one there.
My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the Parapus if I don't give it all I've got?
Me? I will save the adorable puppy people.
I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Just leave this to me.
Oh yeah, here's the bombity. Oh, we do have an animation! Wow! You blew up my pink friend.
Looks like you've gotten stronger. But so have we.
Yep.
Poison shot.
I will fight with pride.
Oh, fight with pride. I'm gonna do everything. We're just gonna, yeah.
Hold nothing back.
Fireblade Rider.
Hey, weakness. Nice. Cute also a synthesis. Vorpal Blade. Yeah. I'm in all enemies, but it's extreme. So yeah, let's do that.
Look here.
We're just gonna do an unscathed. We're not even giving her a chance to do anything. We're just dominating this fight so completely. Oh crap! Now I forgot. Now we get over to Hulkenberg, I don't think she has anything great. Heavy rush. That's medium. I mean, I guess medium is nice. I suppose. Medium.
Pierce through them.
I didn't want to. Hey, critical. Oh no, because it was a critical, we get another turn. Okay. Yeah, she just shows up and we just annihilate her. Die, lady, who is our friend. I think you're cute, but not as cute as Calica.
No. Why? Why?
Well, maybe if you had done something instead of just standing there, being the object of our violence.
I trained so much for this. This isn't supposed to happen.
Trained so much at standing around. I feel a little bad now. But again, we're gonna get an unscathed victory. That was a little mean of us, I think. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Oak says, bonkers is the official term for a group of crystals. Oh, kind of like you have a murder of crows, you have a bonker of crystals. Oak says, like how a murder is a group of crows. Oh, see, exactly, yes. Quickita says, yeah, showing Maria the picture of a dying town full of crystals. Full of bonkers of crystals, I believe. Crystal says, perfect, love it. Tiff says, this isn't even the worst one. Oh, it isn't? I mean, we did have like the husk of a sandworm, but that was still like an animal. So I don't know, maybe at some point we'll come somewhere and it's like, here's just a dead guy that we found in the street. Look at that. And someone's peeing on him. Here's a close-up of the person peeing on the dead guy. Quickita says, Tiff. Oak says, I want to make an anime opening for Half-Life VRAI, but that's like over a minute of animation. Most I've ever been able to do in one project is like 7 seconds. I took an animation class, and I remember our final was, I want to say like 30 seconds, and oh my gosh, that was a long thing to do 30 seconds. Quickita says, salute to Boo, and then said, nab and chips. Oak said, why does Logan know so much Utah lore? Because I've lived in Utah since I was 6 years old. Before that, I lived in California. Crystal says, I don't have enough OBs to do an objection. Rip. Oak says, it's like he lives there or something. Crystal says, objection! Says, I miss Vero. Oak says, me too. And Crystal, Quickata says, me too. Me too. I'm partially responsible for this because I convinced Vero to stay up watching another Beast Wars episode over on Discord, and it was a sad episode. That's why I don't know if he's on the general chat. It's like, I'm not coming to stream tonight. But then I promised Grimlock stuff. So hopefully, maybe Vero will be here. I don't know. We'll find out. Let's play a little bit more. Then I'll read some more in the chat soon. I hope I'm slowly getting caught up to chat. I know I'm still behind. Yay, give us our unscathed triumph points here. And a soothing sweet bun. We're not talking about baked goods. She just got some sweet buns.
Good.
Oh, wow. A bunch of us leveled up just from that. Okay.
Strive for greater heights.
Very greater heights. Okay, stats increased. And we got to allocate. What do we want to give a stat to? Looks like everything is getting pretty high luck. I mean, item acquisition is good. But our physical attack could probably stand a boost. I mean, item acquisition is good though, but okay, well, we're gonna do strength, because strength is lagging. Yes.
I shall rise to the occasion.
I shall strive to use this power wisely.
Yay, all of us are 32. Oh, and we just stay at 64. Everyone's like, that was not a fair fight. We don't want you as king for beating her up. Ha! We lost again. How?
If I could just beat you up, I'd ask you to join me, but that power of yours is really something.
I mean, ask us to join you anyway. Go, oh my gosh, this guy is so much more powerful than me. I definitely want him as one of my underlings.
But don't you rest easy, because I will win next time. Stop preparing now, you got that?
Give her a hug. She's a good friend. Tired man. Katharina! Cheer up! I'm tired. Tired man. Oh crap, is he her boyfriend? Does she have a boyfriend? I know that I am married to Gallica, but I mean, she's cute too, and I can't help but feel a bit jealous. Look at how protruding his collarbones are. Look at the size of his like neck muscles. I saw your runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. I saw you got beaten up by this guy. You're...
Oh, Eudericus. Eudericus? Who do you think I am exactly?
Pardon me. I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Gran. Everyone here knows. In fact, all their hopes are pinned on you. Look, we got some babies in here. Probably gonna die knowing this game.
All those people migrating to find work.
Sorry, she's slowly turning to Maria. I gotta make sure she's older.
Even though it might kill them in the end.
What other options do party like them have? It might be dangerous, but you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet. In this case, the eggs are the lives of babies. That's what this game does. I don't advocate infanticide. This game just loves killing babies.
Eudericus, wait, take this and see if you can't stop everyone from leaving for now.
A bag of money, sure. Good news, new lot. Katharina has made a generous donation. Stop pretending to be sick until next time we see her and scam her out of more money. Seated Paris. Oh, thank you. Now we can eat for once.
Listen to me.
Listen to me, everyone. I know these are troubling times. These times are trying, but this kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I'm gonna set things right for us.
Well then.
Now there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. Not because you're strong, you're not. We saw the fight, but you've just got a very attractive midriff going on.
I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my royal campaign fund.
Oh, but she's too nice. So we're seeing her dramatic flaw is that she's too kind and caring and generous to ever be a queen. Let me read some more in the chat. Crystal says, anyway, slow mode tome. Quique says, ah yes, the tome of slow mode. Weedle says, I just realized I spent an hour working on the wrong homework. No! Are you gonna be able to get your homework done in time? Crystal says, totally long slow mode. Rip to Weedle, salute to homework. Weedle said, math homework too. Oh, so that's easy. Math is the easiest of all the maths. Oak said, thank you for saying stewing in my own, wait, thank you Logan for saying stewing in my own juices. Is that a thing? Do people not like that? Is that like people who don't like to hear the word moist? Don't like to hear the phrase stewing in my own juices? Crystal says, I mean, why shower when you alone in the house for a long period of time? No, exactly. That's kind of how I was feeling during lockdown. It's like, why bother? I'm the only one who notices my stink. But then I start like itching, like in my scalp. I'm like, I'm dirty and I need to take a shower. Crystal says, I read that. Moonlight says, I'm back! Welcome back, Moonlight! Timestamp for Queen Katie, 1:46:46. So, okay, I'm still like about 20 to 25 minutes behind, but not too bad. Oak says, I shower so I can feel better. See, I gotta do it because I have psoriasis, and if I don't use my anti-psoriasis shampoo, I get psoriasis really bad on my scalp. So that was like the itchiness I was talking about there. Let's see. Crystal says, but then again, my place is humid. I am showering every day. I live in a desert. It's super dry here. Oak says, I feel bad when I haven't showered enough. Crystal says, oof, it is in slow mode, but it's 5 seconds again. Logan, oh, do I need to change it? Do I need to change the slow mode to some? It's 10-second slow mode. Should I do 20-second slow mode? I think 10-second is fine for right now since I'm doing a half-decent job of staying caught up. Crystal said, Season 1 was actually decent, enjoyable. Oh, we talking about Sword Art Online again? Oak says, it was like a 6 out of 10 in my opinion because they didn't quite deliver on the premise and felt a bit too overpowered protagonist, but it was okay. Oh, it was definitely in that genre of overpowered protagonist. I mean, obviously not quite to the point of like One Punch Man, but you see that a lot with a lot of shows. Like Solo Leveling is the same thing. Overlord, which I mentioned earlier. I mean, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I feel like that's also become like a very popular thing to tie in with isekai. It's like, I got reincarnated in this world, and my job class is just that I bury poop from the latrine. But oh my gosh, I'm so overpowered. My poop skills are amazing. Tiff says, I love his turtleneck so much, heart. Well, hopefully we can see more Heisme when he's in his little pajamas for you. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
Hey, it's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? He'll be heading out to find work again in no time. Okay, we should have spoken up. I've got like 200,000 reeve. I just can't fathom dying to earn a living, and the fat cats are all too happy when the Paripus take them up on it.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties for their heads. And they squeeze us dry, so I'll squeeze them right back.
Would that work? Is money the answer? I don't want to encourage you to like do bounties on people's heads, so I'll just say, is money the answer? Will handing out money make this better?
I've no clue myself, but I had to try something. Even now, tons of those people aren't gonna survive, and I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow what I think of something. I was just lucky, you know. I had the strength to push through and survive. Truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength, but I do, because I have a character portrait, so I'm an important character. Important characters only die in really ostentatious ways, like Morris getting eaten by a baby, I assume. I wasn't there. They need someone to provide it for them.
That's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done, but they only know that because the Paripus are right where they want them, beneath everybody.
I do feel like me as an elder, I'm kind of beneath you guys.
It just ain't right.
Just ain't right. They couldn't have the Paripus starting doing well for themselves. That would shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as
I like that after we fought, we're still just like hanging out and chatting. And it's like, yeah, it's a good fight, good fight. Yeah. Racism, am I right? Let's change things. Not everyone's like that. Let's save them too. Yeah, hey. Oh, wait, are we talking when we save them, do we mean the Paripus, right? Let's save them too.
In that case.
We can save those people too.
Oh.
Even though they're my enemies. Okay, so we're talking about them. Maybe they're struggling in their own way.
Oh, come off it.
But that doesn't mean they can make the Paripus suffer for it. So, yeah, why's my heart going doki doki? Stupid bucker. I'll figure that out before I take the throne.
Thanks.
Much obliged, Mantis. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. Mwah, I love you. I'm not as powerful as... We're not enemies, though. We're like rivals, but we're friends. I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center, and we should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. We gotta keep taking these monsters down. We'll beat this world into peace together.
So is that gonna be like an explanation for why the bounties are gonna be like more money giving? I can feel Katharina's indignation toward the world's absurdities, as well as her deep faith in me. Huh? I'm leveling up in my brain. The loyal hunter, Katharina, keeper and heritor of the brawler's virtues. No. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Oh wait, are we getting a new one?
New power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength, fulfill thy destiny. Oh, because we're level 3. I thought we were only 2 with her.
I'm not letting anyone.
Brawler archetype, adept. The party can now summon the pugilist. I hope whoever it is, like, has their fist like that. The Queensberry rules for boxing. And a bounty boat. Oh, that's an actual skill. Fattens the person. Bounty rewards at each city's recruitment center. Darn it, I shouldn't have done those bounties. I should have waited. I got more money. Darn it. Right in the crotch. Right in the crotch there.
My partner wants to know what your favorite Muppet is.
Fozzie Bear.
I'm sexually attracted to Mrs. Piggy. Boo.
Ah! Okay, Oak, first of all, Miss Piggy is in a committed relationship with Kermit the Frog, so don't you dare try to break them up. And I didn't think you meant sexual attraction. My favorite is Fozzie Bear. I don't think I'm sexually attracted to any Muppets. Hope that's okay to say, but I'd say Fozzie. Second place, maybe Cookie Monster, assuming Sesame Street Muppets count. Third place, I don't know. There was that one, I remember there was like a cute rabbit that was in some old Muppet stuff, like Muppet Christmas Carol. I think it was like Benny Bunny or something like that. So we'll say he's third place, but Fozzie Bear. Fozzie Bear. And do not break up Miss Piggy and Kermit. Oh, but Gonzo should be up there too, because he's pretty cool. I like Gonzo. Huh. But Fozzie Bear, he's in first place. Waka waka. And thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Okay, let's see what the brawler, or the pugilist. Oh, he's not doing the fist like that. You can now study the pugilist in academia. Try seeing what new powers await you. Recruitment center bounties have increased due to the effects of bounty bonus. Also, I should check, because the next more quest is to unlock 15 of these. Is Beowulf still here? Because I have a question. Does that mean like unlock as in get a character with them, unlock to them, or does it just mean that they are on this Vitruvian Man diagram? That counts as unlocking them, and as soon as we get 15 on here, that'll be enough. Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure. So don't go dying on me. Not till I kill you. But it's okay if we die if a cute pink puppy girl does it. Bye, second best girl. So far, anyway. Oak says...
As the shadows are
keep forgetting
to
narration.
Before darkness takes them.
Oh, do we have...
Gauntlet runner arrives
Is that another...
balmy wetland.
Is that another thing, site that we're going to visit?
My partner says hell yeah, and I love Gonzo. I can always join Kermit and Mrs. Piggy because they are both hot.
Thank you for the 10 bits. I don't know if Kermit would be okay with the throuple thing, but calling Kermit the Frog hot just reminds me of this awful video clip that I saw one time. I can't remember if it was on Twitter or Instagram or something like that. Somebody was on one of those like random video chat websites and being like a Kermit the Frog puppet and like met this girl and he just like, it's like, hey there, I'm Kermit the Frog and you want to see something here? And then like lifted up what looked like a cucumber to make it look like it was his, you know... I mean, he was very well endowed for a frog, but it's unsettling, very unsettling.
Light rise to seek out their prey.
And think of it, the 10 bits.
Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
It has taken us a long time to get to Brylehaven, and I worry because once we get there, we're probably gonna have like a 2-hour-long cutscene. So we might be going long tonight, or maybe we'll have to save before we even get there. Muddy Camp. All right, everybody. We'll be arriving tomorrow. Who wants to take a bath with me? Come on.
I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brylehaven is.
What do you gotta say, Norris? No, not the campfire. I want to talk to Norris.
Oh, dash it.
Quite a relief. The nightmare of Martyra is finally behind us. The core problem might be resolved, but I imagine the trauma is going to linger in that town for a while yet.
Humans are terrifying. Yes, people are scarier. It was a people who was feeding babies to the baby. Also, how can I say just people are scarier? Unless I say humans are terrifying, it doesn't make sense to say people are scary. But you know what? I'm just gonna say it.
You think so, eh? Intriguing is more the word I'd use. I find it very intriguing that you would feed a baby to another baby. Yes, that's how you determine a super baby after a few generations of baby devouring.
That sounds just like you, Norris. Of course you'd want to feed babies to each other.
Well, no more haunting, tragic atrocities on the immediate horizon, at least, so hopefully it's all downhill from here. What?
I don't think downhill means what you think it means. Okay, so she'll do imagination. Let's save. We'll check inside to see if Stroll or Heisme will give something else. Because I've been getting like a lot of imagination. I should probably spread it out to some other stuff as well. Oak says, everything after season 1, I assume that's about Sword Art Online, is unbearably bad. Alfheim is absolutely horrendous. You know, the season is bad when the incest plot line is the best written plot. Oh yeah, wasn't that the one where it like turns out that his sister is playing the game too and like she falls in love with him or something like that? Tiff says to Oak, as someone who's never seen Sword Art Online, the what? Okay, so Tiff, it's just that after they're no longer trapped in the game, but they still like go into the game to do stuff. He meets like his player character meets a character that's played by his sister, but doesn't know, like they don't know that that's who they each are, and she like falls in love with him even though he's her sister. I know. Oak says, don't you mean his bat neck? Oh crap, what did I say that we're correcting? Okay, you want imagination too. But where the heck is Heisme? Maybe he's up on the roof. Is that where this leads? Watchtower. Have we even climbed up here before? I don't think we have. Heisme's got to be up here, yeah? I want to see the outside of his tent. Oh, there's little Heisme. Oh, everybody does imagination. So I guess that's all we can do? So, okay, since we're here, let's get Heisme's imagination.
Ah, it's you.
Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. What say we take a little rest and talk a moment? No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break.
Or is he the one we hung out with a minute ago and we just drank? I can't remember. By recalling the past and planning for the future with Heisme, maybe I can hone my imagination. I think it was Heisme that we just did this with. So, but they're all the same. I guess we might as well. Should I spend time with Heisme? Sure. I mean, we can't level up anybody, so might as well. I wish I could spread out which royal attributes I'm developing a bit better. Back here again.
A kitchen, a bathroom, a laundry room, and a shower. This gauntlet runner is more akin to a moving manor, considering all these amenities. It's likely far more agreeable than my hideout.
It had its charms too. I'm glad there's no sandworms. I wish it had real beds. Yeah, I'll say I'm glad there's no sandworms.
Yep.
Oh, and also, wait, was it Tiff? I think Tiff. Look, his little turtleneck in his pajamas is back. See? Let's see, I'll read some more in the chat though. Quick Kitty said, yeah, I was barely into season 2 when I rage quitted lol. Season 3, aka the gun game, was sort of fun though. I own the game for that one. It's fun. Oak says to Tiff, I hope it's okay if I spoil because this season is awful, but Kirito has a different character in the game than his IRL, and his sister also has a different character in the game, and his sister falls in love with him in the game, not realizing that he's her brother, and somehow it's still the most interesting part of the season, and it still sucks. Well, I mean, at least that has like that sort of farcical mistaken identity element to it. But, yeah, it's gross. I don't know if you guys realize this. Incest is gross. Quickity said, that's a Toy Story quote, the flying one. I forgot. I knew it sounded familiar, and yeah, so I looked it up. Tiff said to Oak, oh, does she end up figuring out it's her brother? Yeah. And so she's kind of like, I guess I love him, which is not cool. Oak says, yeah, she finds out, and the reason is the best part is because they do a decent job portraying how uncomfortable she is with that. It's still weird, but some of the best written part of the season. Was she uncomfortable with it? I don't even remember. Maybe I didn't get far enough into the season. No, I think I finished that part actually, because like, crap, I don't even remember where I left off. Quinky said, you know what makes this worse? They're actually cousins, but the sister still has a one-sided crush IRL anyway, and it's icky. Did you guys know that I think it was Franklin Roosevelt, the president of the United States from the during like the Great Depression, everything like that, and like when. Most of World War II. He died like right before the end of World War II, and so his vice president Truman became the president, took over and did all that stuff at the end. He was like, his wife, Eleanor Roosevelt, was his cousin. That was a cousin marriage in the presidency. Like that was a real thing. I don't know if that was just like more common back in the 1940s or what, but that just blew my mind when I learned that. I learned that in like high school. I think I had to do a report on him or something. Tiff says, at least she's uncomfortable with it in the end. Crystal says, 20 minutes behind, not bad. Oak says, I still don't like it, but it's better than the ... other scenes. Oh, do you mean the scenes where the bad guy has what's-her-face? Was Asuna, was that her name? Captured, and he's like skeeving on her? Quickity says, yeah, the villain for season 2 is something. See, that's what I was talking about. I hate him with a burning fury. To be fair, I think you were supposed to hate him. So in that regard, I guess they did a good job. Oak says, like everything with the Asuna, I got her name right. Asuna the entire season. Quickity said, to be fair, Logan, the OG Persona 3 literally had a pooping mechanic. Beowulf, are you here to confirm? Is Queen Katie lying to me? Oak, you know Persona as well. Is Queen Katie lying? A pooping mechanic. So you could refresh yourself and not be sick when you go to Tartar. So, okay, so let me get this right. That sounds like you'd go to Tartarus. Wait, why would you be sick? We never got sick when you went to Tartarus. So you'd get sick, and the way you relieve that was the next day, instead of like hanging out with somebody, you're like, I'm just gonna spend my time pooping. Is that what I'm gathering here? And Crystal says, I love gambling. This channel does not endorse or condone real gambling, y'all. Well, there are no sandworms here, among other benefits, such as my friends with benefits.
Here's some benefits for you. Indeed, but the threat of being devoured by giant sandworms does strengthen your fortitude. You should try it, even if only for a single night.
Did we never tell Heismay that we actually did get devoured by a sandworm? Was he aware of that? I can't remember if he knew that we got eaten and pooped out.
Overall, these living arrangements are an improvement in comfort and leisure. But if I may lodge one complaint, it's those things.
Okay, so we gotta guess what he's talking about. What does he not like? Does he not like the legs of the Gauntlet Rider? Does he not like the bumping around? The lights maybe hanging from the ceiling? The engines, maybe they're too loud?
Oh, it's so much worse than just skeeving on her. Also, I did not play original P3, but I do remember a way to refresh yourself after Tartarus. In Reload you could go to the nurse for courage, but in the AUG you could get sick and you couldn't do social links that day if I remember correct.
Oh, it cut out. I'll read the part that's missing there.
The original versions of P3 had a tiredness mechanic, to explain the version from the original, and Fez after a certain amount of fights you would get tired and then sick. You then could go to the nurse's office to increase courage or the bathroom to try and reset the status. Portable changed its so tiredness.
Okay, so at the end of the first one was just, if I remember correctly, and at the end of this one was changed to tiredness only took effect after leaving Tartarus. Well, I no disrespect to the original versions, but I am glad that we didn't have that, or a pooping mechanic. I mean, as it was, Persona 5 was a little bit weird. It's like going to the bathroom and just kind of check your stats. But, I mean, you weren't necessarily pooing. You could have been peeing. I don't know. But thank you both, Oak and Beowulf, for the 10 bits each. I really appreciate it. Sorry that it got cut off at the end for both of y'all. Okay, so what is he afraid? What does he not like? I'm gonna guess it's something loud and noisy because he's got the giant ears, right?
The way they build their nests in filth, subsist on our scraps.
Do we have a pest problem in this place?
And the disquieting luster of their wings.
Is it birds or is he talking about bats? Is the bat racist against other bats?
Oh, just the thought of them fills me with revulsion.
What?
Understood.
If we remain diligent in our camping efforts, they should have little reason to trespass into our spaces. I ask that you never leave unfinished food or other trash about.
Maybe he's talking about cockroaches? Has he talked about this stuff before? I felt my imagination grow as Heismay and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us.
All right.
I know, but I'm already like level 3 on imagination. I need to level up other stuff.
Retiring so soon? Ha! Your sour expression does not deter me. Sleep can wait, for this old man's ramblings demand an attentive pair of ears.
I want to go to bed. Let me go to sleep, old man. Why? Oak says to Queen Katie they did not need to make...
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Queen Katie said they did not need to make him do that. He was cemented as a horrible person already, and that scene was too graphic and did not feel necessary. Queen Katie said yes. Oh, that was Oak saying that to Queen Katie. Oh, cutscene.
Hello, Mr. Captain.
That's our little porthole bed. Queen Katie said yes. Imagine 15-year-old me watching that for the first time and being horrified. Tiff said some of the best games have a pooping mechanic. P3 SP:SOT. SP:SOT. I gotta Google that and figure out what that is. SP:SOT. SP:SOT. What is that an abbreviation for? The South Park, The Stick of Truth. Okay, of course that would have a pooping mechanic in it. I don't know what I was expecting to come up. I thought it was gonna be like maybe a Bug Snacks game or something like that. Crystal saying literally P5. Oak said we need more detailed bathroom mechanic for Persona 6. You know what it needs to be? It needs to be like aiming. Like stuff will fall into the toilet and you gotta aim your stream. Like little Cheerios, and you got to try and like get it in the ring of Cheerios, and then you get ding, and it levels you up on things, on your dexterity or something. Oak says, I don't want to just go to the bathroom and you hear flushing sounds. Quickita said, okay, Logan, I kid you not. I looked up if Metaphor has a pooping mechanic. All the results say, and I quote, don't forget to use the bathroom. We're like a couple of months into game and Protagonist has not used the bathroom once. We are so blocked up. If we go in, it's going to be a nightmare. We're going to be fighting for our lives in there. Oak says, I need an aiming mini game. And if you use another character, then you can like try and like cross the streams and they're trying to like evade and get away and be great. Hello, hello, Mr. Captain.
Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
Also, we're at the 2.5 hour mark almost. So now's a good time to keep it out for raid suggestions, I suppose.
It's been a while.
You've been before.
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from?
I'm from a small German burg called Hulkenberg. You've all just assumed that was my name.
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses.
Oh, so she's famous?
Not foremost among them.
Oh, that's right. She's talked about how she was like from noble stock or something, right?
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I...
Also in the original Infez, after becoming tired when returning to the lobby, your party members would leave Tartarus. So yes, it was a pain at the start of the game. However, there was nothing preventing you from hanging out with social links.
Oh. Honestly,
I wish Reload had the portable iteration of it.
Okay. So, I mean, that sounds, I guess, still frustrating, but I guess a bit better. I don't know. Maybe Persona 3 Reload was just too easy on me with its quality of life improvements and just making things a little bit less frustrating. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. Thank you for your expertise on the subject.
I have no close relationship with my parents. I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
Oh, by the way, speaking of TTSs, I just remembered, I've been meaning to ask you guys. So whenever a Beef Longa TTS comes, is it too quiet? I was watching an old VOD to like pick out some stuff for clips, and a Beef Longa TTS came up and it was super, super quiet that day. And I don't know if that was just like a weird like blip for that day. I think it was like shortly after I added it. I don't know when it was after I added it. Like, is the Beef Longa TTS loud enough whenever we do that? I hope so. Otherwise, if there's ever anything that's like too quiet, let me know. I can always like adjust the volume on that or almost anything else.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
Yeah, if not, we're screwed.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch and wait.
I mean, we could have like shared a ride with her. I don't know why we didn't.
Right. Everyone set and steady? Welcome, ladies and gents, to the coastal crown jewel, Port Brilehaven.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to probably go into a 2-hour-long cutscene.
Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania.
It's a big
the
rock.
Western annexed state of Uchronia.
Hope we get to jump off that at some point.
City, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors.
Maybe we can jump off of it into that
From the
Colosseum
natural
thing.
wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
Yay, we made it. It took 2.5 hours just to drop. Well, I guess for them in game, it took like, was it three or 4 days? Hey, cutscene!
Wow!
I love you, Gallica.
It's the ocean!
And oh, look at those waterfalls.
Just look! There's water all the way to the horizon!
I'm here too.
You'll be child soldiers one day, kiddos. Hi. Hi.
It's kind of like the capital, but totally different.
Yes. The city of water, Brilehaven.
What were those water orbs just floating in the air? Okay, sure. Looks neat. And that's our parking space? Oh, there's the guy that we fought.
Godot.
Godot.
You've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors? With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Dude's jaw and neck. So huge. Badland!
It's a bit conventional for my taste so far.
He made it here. Wait, we were like already on the road when he was still back there. How did he get here so fast? Oh.
Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now.
Oh, so that wasn't ours
Serve
parked
things up
already.
a bit here, will you?
Is this where we're gonna get a follower bond with him? Hey, there we are.
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a Skyrunner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctus Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics.
Does that mean that our Gauntlet Runner is eventually going to get upgraded with like flying stuff and wings and crap? Let me read some more in the chat. Let's see. Tiff says to Oak, SP:SOT has a mini game every time you go, and they're all a little different. Quicketta said captions: gay kitten someone's agreement. Again, if the caption said it, I probably said it, unless it's swearing, because I don't swear. Crystal says, I love Ralsei so much. He cutie. Tiff says, aw. Oak says, what does Katarina even do? Tiff says, punch. Oak says, does she just fight you when you travel, or does she do anything in the story? I mean, she did a little bit in the story when we went to the Grand Cathedral. She had a friend who died, and then it looks like we just fight her, and every now and then we get, like, buffs for it or something. Quicketta said, again, I still say that's Pink. Oh, yeah. No, don't ruin her for me. They have, like, similar hairstyle, but different faces. Oh. Oak says, worse, Pink British. Oh, yeah. I used to like her before you pointed that out. Quicketta says, ad quote, wow, he blew up my pink friend. Oak says, at least she's a bunny girl. I think it's the platypus, they're dogs, right? I think they're supposed to be dog. Those are, like, long, but maybe they're kind of like German Shepherd type of dog ears, maybe? Oak says, my theory for how you will summon Persona in P6 is by lighting yourself on fire. That'd be fun. 20202. So I'm still about, oh crap, I'm farther behind. I'm over a half hour behind. Banyanya! It says Potassium Hi, Banyanya. Are you still here? You got here a half hour ago. I am so far behind in chat. Hi, Banyanya. How are you? Good to see you. It's been a little while. Oak says, hi, banana. Banyanya said, me give Banyanya. Oak said, thank you for the banana, although I'm allergic to. Banyanya says, finish this game already. Took 1 month to finish. Really? How many months have we been playing this game? Oak says, wow. Banyanya says, my name is Leon Stroll, the Hilatius. Oak says, even Bayo took more than a month on this game. I think Beowulf does a lot more and completes a lot, though. So it probably depends on whether you're just going through to finish the game or, like, do all the game. Banyanya says, have a Banyanya stay, cupcake, Banyanya. Oh, you're already gone. Well, thank you for being here, Banyanya. Oak says, goodbye. Tiff said, my thought process going for your theory, Oak. Lighting yourself on fire, burn my bread, body is bread. The body of Christ equals bread. P6 pro tag is Jesus, confirmed. You know what's going to be? It's actually just going to be a guy from Mexico named Jesus. Oak says, I think the leak of P6 being an art school would be super cool, so actually maybe it could be something about blood, like painting with blood or something. Maybe kind of like, you remember in Full Metal Alchemist how they like do the transmutation circles? Maybe it's like that, you do with blood and then like sketch out a circle with your blood or something. Quicketta said, ooh, so broke pink British, oh yeah. Tiff says, I had a fan summoning idea that you would have a weapon that you'd have to stab yourself with, blood would gush out, and form the persona, very P3 inspired, but thought it could be fun. I feel like a lot of the imagery in P3 was like very dark and edgy, and I don't know if they'd be willing to go that edgy again with like the next game. So my guess is going to be probably more mild than that. Although that would be very intense. Weedle says, bye. Oh, Weedle, are you leaving? Bye, Weedle. Good luck on your math homework. Quigator says, add code math is the easiest of all the maths. Oak says, that'd be super cool. I want them to do something about using blood to paint because I love art school leak for P6. I haven't even heard about this leak. Crystal adds a quote. Beowulf said P3 was originally going to be knives. Then they changed it because they thought it would be too easy to emulate. I mean, you don't want to emulate the gun thing either. I'm just saying. And Quigator says, add quote, my poop skills are amazing. We're gonna just ignore that quote and go back to the cutscene here.
Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make.
Dude thinks birds are real.
You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
I mean, he technically is a bird, so I guess it's understandable he'd think birds are real. But at least we have that to look forward to. Oh, there we go. I'm looking forward to it. I won't hold my breath. Yeah, not that interested. No, I am looking forward to it. I even said that before I read the options here.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
If it isn't the pretentious little
it's this guy
Garrett and his cronies.
Hey, I forgot about him. Wasn't there somebody in the chat who's like lusting after this dude? I can't remember. I think there was. Somebody likes purple bro with the barbed wire necklace.
Oh, and isn't a walking headache.
I forgot that he had a dog or a cat. So is he going to be like the next boss that we're going to do? Because Luis still has 3 generals, lieutenants, lackeys, sidekicks, whatever. So is he going to be the next one?
Well, well, well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heisme fiend?
This is Heisme. We have his head, but it's still attached to his body, so it's fresh.
You're referring to me, yes?
You're the man. This is a joke, is it?
I mean, his head is large compared to his body. Also, we killed a baby. It had a large head.
He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
I know we should have brought that baby's head.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad? Oh, your public humiliation will be quite a sight. Come, Hector.
Hector! Bye, Hector. I wanted to let him sniff my hand, see if we could be friends. Hector, I mean, not Gladel.
That was?
Gladel!
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
And you especially don't, because your eyes are like down here, and his eyes are up here. You see, you're short, is what I'm saying.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
I just hope I'll be able to save soon. We're like 20 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. And again, we might be launching in like 2 hours of cutscenes.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
Hope so too. Queen Kitty said, Logan, I was drinking Sprite when you were yapping about a poopy izakaya. I nearly spit taked. I'm sorry. If I'm not making you choke, I'm making you spit. Said I could have had it all over my monitor, sir. Tiff says to Beowulf, really? Huh, that's kind of cool. Would they all have knives? Or would they have had a different type of blade? Or did they scrap the idea too early to know? Beowulf said, I don't know. Regardless, it's not happening. Oak says, I need to get $1,300 so fast so I can build Longa, a computer. I just keep thinking, like, I'm dreading. It's sometime this year, like several months down the road, where they're gonna stop updating for Windows 10, which is what I'm on. But my computer is not capable of running Windows 11. So I'm either gonna need to do an upgrade or buy a full-on new computer. A new computer, like that worries me, because this one I got like on a super, super cheap sale, and it was still like close to $1,000. And it was like, and it was not even like top of the line. Maybe it's because I can get pre-built instead of buying my own. So I dread to think how much that would cost. Crystal adds a quote, my poop skills are amazing, parentheses, what the heck is the context in this, Logan? Quigator said, that actually makes sense. It's more easy to nab a knife than a gun. Oak says, I just want to build another computer. It was so fun last time, but I have no money. Crystal says, oh, dang, I have 4 emote entries. Oh, you do? Have you sent them all in? I hope it's all weird. I did mention the instructions that for that Google form, in order to submit a file, you apparently have to like log in with Google. If you can't log in with Google though, you can just send it to me as like a DM. But yeah, get those entries in. Tiff says to Beowulf, fair enough. Beowulf says, also Japanese law makes it almost impossible to get a gun in the first place. Yeah, isn't it that like only police officers and Yakuza can have guns or something like that? Crystal says, emote idea for chat. Pepper emote. We need more cat. Do you guys have like handy references to like see what Pepper looks like? She has two very, very faint little stripes in her dark gray on the sides of her head. You almost like can't even see them. Crystal says cat meow. Then Crystal then says meow. And Beowulf says 15 total. More accurately though, 15 individual. Wait, crap. What are we even talking about? I can't remember what I was asking. I'm sure that was an answer to an important question. Oak says, add quote, he was a very well-endowed frog. Crystal said, what the heck are these quotes? And then adds the quote, no, Crystal, it's perfectly innocent. I was just talking about Kermit the Frog's junk. See? When I explain it that way, it seems normal.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I can stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway.
Okay, so hopefully we'll at least be able to like save at an inn or something, because once again, we're about 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark.
Tis much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. And we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
Okay, well at least there's not gonna be bugs anymore. I can't wait. Yeah, hope it's nothing too weird, you weirdo.
Hope it's nothing too weird.
You weirdo.
You've nothing to fear. Truly, I find most living things are edible.
Are you gonna eat me? Please don't try to eat Gallica or Heisme, even though they're both tiny and adorable. Huh?
If you do have to get a new computer, I can help find the best parts. PC, I am a nerd. You can get something better than a 1060 for like $500 nowadays, especially if you don't mind getting some things used.
$500, that is about $500 more than I have to spend. As I said before, I do have an acting gig coming up in about a week and a half, and that'll have a decent paycheck. It'll take about 2 months to get that paycheck, which kind of bums me because like there's actually a Transformers convention next month. I wish I could go to, but I'm probably not gonna be able to afford to, unless anyone wants to just like donate hundreds of dollars to me. But yeah, the amount I'm broke is not great. Hopefully I'll get some more acting jobs so I can do that, but I appreciate that, Oak. I know Clam, I think, has also offered to help out with that because he's like a computer whiz as well. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that.
You need higher standards, lady.
Yeah.
If you're sure, Nurse, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Yay. Please give me control. Please let me save. Please let me save. Just don't launch into a cutscene about ins and outs.
Don't tempt us, Logan.
What do I tempt? None of you are actually tempted to suddenly give me hundreds of dollars, especially not for like a trip to a Transformers convention. So don't pretend to be tempted by that, but I appreciate the thought that at least the thought maybe even crossed your mind of donating that kind of money. But so I appreciate the thought, but please don't spend money on me for that type of stuff. I would also feel bad. I feel like a lot of the money, like when people donate money, it should probably go to like channel related stuff such as buying a new game to play on stream, or like when Jorge donated the money for this microphone, or like when you gave the $5 to get the Yasagami High outfits, or when like Vero got the money for well, I think Vero actually just gifted me like Edgeworth Investigations 2 and stuff like that. But thank you very much for those 10 bits. I do appreciate that. And again, I appreciate the thought. I'm not convinced you're actually tempted, because please don't be tempted to send that kind of money my way, but I do appreciate the thought.
We came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This is a joy.
Oh, I can save. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Let's stagger the save right there. Let's see. Oak says to Crystal, Kermit. Crystal says, Ribbit. Tiff says, she'll do Imagination. Man named Imagination. Oak says, my name is Imagination. Quickita says, everybody does Imagination. I sure hope so. I sure hope they can imagine. Hey, what do you think? Hi. Oh, that was Gallica. I thought like something was scurrying in the background.
This is a joy.
This is a joy. What are you saying, High Strung Guard?
I saw your gauntlet runner, so I assume you're a candidate. Do as you will, sir, but please conduct yourself with some propriety. We've had so many ruffians sweep in here claiming to be candidates attending the exhibition. And then there's Louise. Oh, can't we give it a rest? Why do I have to sit here wondering if all the extra guards will be enough?
This is a joy.
This is a joy.
Norris is servicing the runner. I doubt there's even room for us to stand right now.
I just want to see if there's people. Maybe I want to talk to that lady. She's got wings like Norris. Maybe I want to like be a someone who, I want to hook Norris up with her. Be a good wing man. I'll keep reading some more in the chat. Let's see. Queen Katie says, hi, is made with a heart. Oak says, Queen Katie, oh, I did not realize I signed up for an orgy. I thought it was just Katharina. Tiff says, everybody does imagination. Man named Imagination. Oaks with the timestamp 2:22:22. Wow, I'm farther behind. Queen Katie said, what are you about to say about Roosevelt? Oak says, oh. Queen Katie said, oh, I was expecting something worse. Lol, but yeah, cousin marriage. Yep, that's a thing. Oak says, I think Kirito's sister is uncomfortable at first, but then just accepts it. Queen Katie said, there was a sickness mechanic in the OG Persona that Reload removed in the OG Persona 3. I mean, Crystal does some gambling. Oh, creates a We Love Gambling command. Queen Katie said, it prevents you from doing what we did in P5. Every palace, one-shotting the floors ASAP in one day. Okay. I get that, but also I kind of low-key hate it when games just slow you down for the sake of dragging things out. I think I really noticed that I think it was one of the Game Grump guys. I think it was Aaron from Game Grumps did a video about that one time, where it's like, games will just make things take longer in order to trick you into thinking that they're harder to do. And like, ever since I saw that video, I'm like, crap, I see that everywhere. Said with the sickness mechanic, it made it so that your party will eventually get tired. Bale said, honestly, it wasn't that bad. I wish Reload still had it. Quicketa said they even had an item for removing the tiredness status in the game that I had to overbuy for my playthrough. Keyboard Slam says, ad quote, is the bat racist against other bats? Queen Gator says, hello, best quote from Norris. I love him. Yeah, so what was he talking about? Was he talking about mice? Cockroaches? Was he talking about bats? Birds, maybe? Oak says, hey, that's what I said. Eglin says, I was about to say, Bug Snacks does not have a pooping mechanic, but ... it kinda does. Crystal adds the quote, how many quotes have we added today? Another timestamp, 2:29:50. So I'm only 20 minutes behind. I should be able to burn through chat here, especially since it's on slow mode. What kind of slow mode are we on right now? 30 seconds? Is that enough of a slow mode for me to be able to catch up? Oak says, thank you. I don't know. I know that that's not a swear word, but that's such a gross thing. I don't know if I should say that username, says on Tumblr, for liking my post, quote, RJ Mite, wait, who's that? Is hot as F. Also, RJ Mite is the actor for Flynn in Breaking Bad to future Logan. Okay, it took me a minute. So yeah, it's just a guy with cerebral palsy who likes to eat big breakfasts. Bill says, by the end of the game, it was a total non-issue. My party never got tired once at the end. Quicketa said, there's even a funny dialogue where everyone leaves you, I think. Oak says, I don't think Beef Longa is super quiet, but it could be a bit louder, maybe. I'll take a look, see if I can maybe adjust it. I'll try to remember to look into that. I actually don't know if I can, but I'll try to. We'll see. Because I think that one I might have I think I might be able to. I'll see what I can do. Bill says, yeah, basically just says, hey, you should probably leave since you don't have a full party. Oak says, but I wouldn't say it's a problem. I just like hearing beef. Quicketa says, anime, Heisme. Oh, and Crystal with some raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. I'm going to copy these down into my text file over here. That's perfect timing since we are like less than 10 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. So thank you very much, Crystal. Copying these down now. Quicketa said, Oak says, oh gosh, freaky guy. Which one is the freaky guy? I feel like there are enough people in this game that could qualify as freaky that I'm not entirely sure when you just were we talking about purple guy? Were we talking about crap, now I'm spacing his name. Not Godot, the other one. Purple guy. Quicketa says, I forgot Godot had such blue eyes. Quicketa says, Batlin! Tiff says, yay from the gambling, and then a frowny face. And then more gambling. Quicketa says, not again. There's more adding points. I get to scroll through this. Quicketa says, Glidell! That's what it was, Glidell. I don't know. He's someone that I can only remember his name like half the time. I don't know why. So Glidell, the other guy. And Quicketa says, I love my purple sir. Well, no, Queen Katie, though, because you haven't played the game, but you've been spoiled on story stuff. So I assume then that you're aware of whatever happens with him in the future. So if he ends up doing unpleasant stuff, I'm gonna assume you already knew about that and still love him. Oak says, my tummy hurt. Crystal says, well, that answers Logan's question. And then a hug to Oak. Quigata says, 2:42:12. I'm only like 11 minutes behind. Crystal says, I DM'd my entries. Don't worry. Thank you very much, Crystal. I'll be able to check those on Discord after the stream. And Eggland with a clip. Let me load this up with the clip viewer. You know, for all the quotes we've had, I think we've only had like 2 or 3 clips actually total. So this clip is from only 10 minutes ago, titled simply, Logan, what? In all quotes, which worries me. But let's see what this clip is. Logan, I was drinking Sprite when you were yapping about a poop izakaya. I nearly spit taked. I'm sorry. If I'm not making you choke, I'm making you spit. Said I could have had it all over my monitor. Okay, no. I didn't mean anything bad with that. Because like Queen Katie will go like, oh, you said that. I was eating food and I almost choked. No. That was not even me like, I'm secretly like saying something kind of suggestive. And no, that was entirely 100% accidental, innocent. No. I am so sorry. That did not even dawn on me until you put it in that context of a clip. I apologize, chat. I am so sorry. Oh, Crystal says, I have a Pepper reference in the mod channel. I got my yearly cat tax. Oh, that's right. I forgot. Which picture did I put in the mod channel? Maybe I should put more. So your cat taxes are only once a year? Crystal says, Logan, no. Queen says, Logan, you made me snort laugh. I'm sorry. Eglin said I was zoned out and tuned back into that sentence. I had to clip. Oak says, I need to become really rich suddenly so I can make a computer for longer. Did I ever tell you guys what I've decided if I ever became like obscenely super wealthy, what I would do? And this is like one of those big goals, not really a goal in life because it'll never happen. But if I was ever like crazy wealthy, I would want to buy like a huge mansion and then just to all my friends and some of my favorite people just say like, hey, here's the address of this place. If you ever want to just come and crash here for a while, live here for like a week, take a vacation just hanging out here, please do. And it'll just be a place where friends can just come and crash and live together and hang out together and partake of food and probably like foosball tables and ping pong tables and indoor swimming pools and things like that. Crystal says, Tiff is tempted for real. Tiff says, yay! Crystal increases the slow mode. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only like 5 comments left. So I can actually like, and we got like 5 minutes, so I could like play some of this game. For real. Like go around, talk to people. This is a joy!
Oh, this blooming heat.
Oh, blooming heat, like a blooming onion. A kind old man. Oh, you're another one of those kids here for the exhibition. How splendid to see someone so young come all the way to Brylehaven. It was a difficult... Oh, yeah, we're supposed to ask for an inn. I forgot. Where can I find an inn? Well, a place to stay, is it? Well, you may hit a spot of bother there. Oh. Is this going to be like the Christmas story? Are the inns going to be full? Is protagonist going to have to sleep in a manger and give birth to a messiah? Half the country is flocked here for the exhibition, you know. The inns are bursting at the seams.
Well,
I guess we should have made a reservation, but I don't think telephones existed. Wait, no, because Protag has his little smartphone thing that connects to the prince. We should have something that can like magic communicate with this place. Well, that sounds problematic.
Incidentally, travel in the city's a little different from what you're used to. You won't be able to walk to where the inns are located. Go straight down this street and to the left, and then talk to the ferryman at the harbor. If you say, I'd like to go to Angler's Inn Square, they'll set you right.
So the city has waterways. Got it.
That's gonna be fun. What do you say? Genial guard.
This outfit catch your fancy? It must be your first time in Brylehaven then. The Navy's in charge here. Our uniform's much smarter than the States Army, don't you think?
Oak, are you a fan of the Navy? I assume you love the Navy because of One Piece, right?
It's not safe outside the gates. You try to go out there without the gauntlet. I didn't know that was outside the gates.
I thought it was a door. Oh, look, a carriage of a litter of Paripus puppies. Okay, so, wait, here's some of our friends. Batlin! It's Batlin. Let's talk to our actual bat first, though. Eyes May.
Until not too long ago, I was a wanted man. If I'm with you, the inns might reject us outright. I'm sorry, but I'll have to rely on you to find our accommodations.
Let's say before we talk to Batlin, because maybe this will be the point we finally like unlock him as a social link follower or something like that. Quigata says, I actually do not know what happens to Luis's gang, so I'm hoping nothing bad happens to Glidell. At least I hope he doesn't suffer Morris's fate. What if he suffers, crap, what was the necromancer? He took a flying leap off a building. I think Liddell's gonna be the next boss. But then again, it's always nice when like one of the bad guys betrays the bad guy. Like remember when we were playing Hi-Fi Rush? One of the bad guys becomes like a friend.
Hey.
Oh, did we ever figure out what his voice sounds like? Hail, young Elden candidate, I've been waiting to meet you. I don't know what voice. Maybe the hero voice? Hail, young Elden candidate, I've been waiting to meet you.
Hey, you're the town crier, aren't you?
The name's Batlin. Last we saw each other was just before your scrap with Godot's runner, I believe. What a scene that was. Figured hitching a ride with Godot would be safe, but then you and Liddell both show up. Wait, crap, were we? Oh no, oh that's right, he was with, I forgot about that, yeah. Anyway, wait, then how was he back at like Grand Trad doing the town crier thing? I don't know. I've kept busy with my candidate interview since then, Forden most recently. He's who I rode with here.
Good grief.
Look, I know it's me saying this, but be careful out there. The Crown Theocracy will do whatever it takes to win, you know? They're reckless with their runners. They're reckless with their runners too. Usually you'd stop and camp during nights, but not them. We just keep running. Huh? Oh, so that's how they all got here before us.
No way! They don't rest at all?
Yep, an easy trick when you've got God's grace, plus loads of money and people, which the Sanctifex surely has. The head he's brought is quite something too. If you want to outshine him, you'll need quite the plan. Oh, the only thing I could think that would top it would be a giant baby head. Oh, surely you didn't get one of those and then leave it behind.
This fellow.
But I can tell you've got something up your sleeve. I'm looking forward to seeing it unfold, my young Elden friend. I want to run through those birds. There's a group of birds. I want to take a run. Birds! That was worth it. That was worth. Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see it? Hey, Batlin, you're my friend now. Want to see some cool? Watch this. Is that cool, Batlin? Am I your friend now? Watch, I can do it on the steps. I'm gonna do a trick on the. Yeah. See, Batlin. Why didn't you watch that, Batlin? Be my friend. Be impressed. Batlin. Okay, let's save. Let me read the last couple of comments in the chat, and we'll pick out a raid suggestion in just a moment. Because nobody's gonna stick around if I'm just goofing off like that. Tiff says, Queen Katie, who knows? Parentheses, I do, I know. Oak says, Logan Freakbo. Queen says, I'm dying of laughter. Crystal says, I mean, you can send more updated pepper pics. I really love it. Queen says, I cannot chill out. I'm so buzzy with laughter. Help. So, I mean, so you haven't even taken your nighttime gummy thing yet? Let's see. Tiff does some gambling, saying, aw. Oak says, no, I hate the Navy because of One Piece. I know, because they're the bad guys, right? But didn't the kid that we were like friends with at the very beginning of the game, him and the one bad guy with like the flowy hair, didn't they both join the Navy? And then you see them later and they're like all cool looking or something. I heard some meme about that where it's like before and after pictures of anime characters. Quigator says, Batlin and Heismay together in the same place. Quigator says, Timmy from Genshin approves of that. I forgot about Timmy from Genshin. Tiff says, Timmy will remember this. Wasn't he I remember talking to him. Was he the one that like there was the duck in the pond or something like that? Crap, what was it? It was a bird. It was a duck, right? Oak says, I would stick around for your whimsical stuff. Well, I appreciate that, Oak. I should say most people wouldn't. Tiff said we would absolutely stick around. I do appreciate that from you guys. Quigator said I forgot my gummy. Guess that explains so much. There, 3 hours, 1 minute, and 56 seconds. I caught up to chat for the first time of the night. Yeah. Let me check out those raid suggestions. And I'm sorry that I didn't update the schedule command. This person has like a very adorable VTuber avatar. Oh, but it has quite a few viewers though, and is playing Raincode, which was always fun. Oh, that person is now offline. Thank you, Tone the Duck. I will save just a second. Hang on. Oh, this person has like tons of viewers. Oh, that's why. It's because the person has a slutty VTuber avatar. Okay, thank you, Tone the Duck. I will save. I think I had just saved before we talked to Batlin, but I mean, it's good to remember. And we might as well save that wonderful conversation that we had and that I was able to show him my sick skateboarding tricks. So thank you very much. And then I will check out in just a moment those raid suggestions. So this one, I gotta pause to click out of here, has fewer viewers. That's probably who we're gonna do. And the other one has a really cute VTuber avatar, but has like 4 times as many viewers. So I guess we probably don't need to do that. So let's go ahead. And for anyone who's lurking, let me give you the rundown of the schedule. Don't use the schedule command because it's outdated. I'll try to have it remembered updated for next time. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, usually. Alternating between this game, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Ace Attorney Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Gambit. However, this Sunday, we're canceling the stream that night because that Super Bowl Sunday, I don't want to compete against the Super Bowl. Plus, I'll then maybe watch it with my cat, maybe my mom or something like that. And so then you guys can all watch it too, or just have a day off, or maybe like send me like pings on Discord, little messages and things like that while I'm watching the game, the big game. Let me give you our link tree here. I think Crystal probably already did that, I bet. But here's a link tree. That way I can copy it over into the YouTube chat as well, in case we still have any lurkers over here. If you want, there's a link tree that has Discord invite link, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, all the fun stuff. So feel free to make use of that as you see fit, or feel free to ignore it. Let's see. Crystal says, Timmy is the bridge bird boy. We love you, Bully the Child. Oak says, well, only some of the Navy are bad guys. It's a corrupt organization, but some of them are not corrupt. Crystal says, gasp, how dare you not update the schedule? Quickhead said he was the pigeon guy with a dad who had the milk. Oh, that's what it was, who left for the milk. Crystal said, yep, his dad went to get milk. Oak said, thank you for the very, quoteful stream. It made me smile. Crystal doing the socials. There's a schedule, even though it's out of... Yeah, so the schedule's the same, except Sunday's different. Quickhead said, thank you for the very baddie stream. There we go. Tip says, night all. Crystal, thank you for the very bonkers Crystal stream. Thank you all. Enjoy the raid. We'll see you Thursday. Bye, everybody. Bye. 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 And for those watching the VOD or over on YouTube, good night as well.
Chat, but it's waiting me 1 second. Sorry, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate you, Logan. But I'm fighting Undyne right now. Wait. Thank you for stopping by, and I really do appreciate you. Thank you for the follow, Queen. I'm gonna die. Stop. I don't want to die right now. People are watching me. Wait. Where do I go? Wait, one second. Fuck, I'm lost. Wait, I'm lost. Wait, where do I go? Am I going the right way? Fuck, I'm gonna die, Chad. Fuck. I'm trying. Dude, fuck. Thank you for the follow. Crystal, thank you for the follow. Wait 1 sec. I'm trying to do both at the same time. This was such a bad moment.